to be live.
Dang, you found it fast.
Yeah, we're live. 3, 2, 1. That we're live, 100%. And I fixed the colors on the camera so it'll look so fuzzy and bright.
But it's that time of year.
Me and Heetland's already done our podcast, pretty much.
Yeah.
We're talking about...
We're doing a reminisce podcast. Yeah, that would have actually been a good podcast. We should just turn it on.
It would have been done already and just...
Yeah.
Risky. We,
Pre-podcast next time.
Yeah. He's just fired up. Now, we were talking about this guy, Alex Honnold. He free climbed a bunch of stuff. He free climbed El Capitan, the nose of El Capitan. It's like 3,000 foot, so it would be like 3 Empire State Buildings on top of each other. And we're just talking about how crazy as fuck that is. Because I started messing with some mountain climbing, so I was just showing some cool shit. And I was trying to get on here so I could show people the video, but before I mess it up, I don't think I know what I'm doing really. But oh, here he goes. Here he goes right here. Check this out. This is him right here. He's outside of Half Dome. That's him. No rope. Look at this. Jesus.
That's another thing. It makes me like I'm the guy that's scared of heights, right?
Look at that. There's no rope on that guy. And those trees under him are like 80-foot tall trees, so. Hey, shit. It makes my palms sweat. By the way, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm excited. I don't know if it's, I mean, it's not that big. I hope they don't kick me off or something.
Let me look at it on Facebook. I want to see what this is.
But man, look at that. He's like, look, he's smiling, and like, boom. It's like 3,000 feet underneath him.
I want to see what it looks like.
He says the entire time it's like really relaxed and chilled out and not a big deal.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to sound like, yeah, it looks just like that.
That is. Well, I better stop that because I don't know if they'll keep me on. I'm sure they won't because I'm not like a big podcaster.
You're not selling it. You're not charging.
Yeah, but they like sometimes they don't like you doing that shit. But anyway, that way it gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. That's insane shit.
That's crazy. That's never been for me. I mean, I get it. So like where I grew up, we had a creek in a tree swing, right? Well, a lot of people would come up to the top of the tree and jump out. This is maybe 40 feet. Not even high. And you're jumping in the water. The water's only about 8 feet deep. So when you jump, you always go down in the mud. When you come out, a bunch of mud. It's nasty. But the time I finally got up there to do it, I mean, I'm shaking like all the way up. Once I got over like 10 feet, I'm like shaking. I get up there and it was like, I was thinking about going back down. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. And there's like 2 people behind you like, jump. Jump. So you just jump. And once you do it, then it's like, you know, you can't stop doing it. You gotta do that one time. But I just can't, man. I'm not like, the heights have always killed me. Like I get up there, knees start shaking. I get.
What about like a tank battery? Is that too high?
No. I'm talking.
When you're not.
Okay, so the only time in the oil field that's ever bothered me is right when I got in the oil field. I started working for Callaway Safety and I was doing all kinds of stuff, rig stuff, plant stuff, everything, batteries. And I went to it was a BP plant at the time. I want to say it was BP. Anyway, it was between Hobbs and Seminole, and it was one of those tall vessels, like scrubber, and they're real skinny.
And probably 30 foot, 40 foot.
Taller than that. Like when you drop out a plant and you see there's only like 3 or 4 tall, skinny ones. And so, yeah, because so you go up maybe 10-foot ladder and then a little platform, then a 10-foot ladder and then a platform. So there's probably 4 or 5 of those. I mean, it's probably somewhere between 60 and 80. Not like huge, but way higher than I was used to being on. And a little bitty catwalk that's made of expanded metal, so you can see through it. And I was a hole watch, so I went up there all day, just hole watch with the monitor and some guy in there doing work. And the thing, and yeah, it looks like nothing, and you get up there and the whole thing's doing this all day. It's moving the whole time. I mean, not that much, but there's movement to it. You know what I mean? And so you're just like, oh my god. So the first day was horrible. Like we're going down for lunch, and my arms were jello from going up and down at the first day. Second day, we're going down for lunch. I'm like, I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna ride it out.
You still can't do it.
Oh, dude, it was worth it. But nah.
I like to order Derek's for all the time, and that would really move a lot. I like that.
It was probably like being maybe a derrick and a half. I mean, as far depending on the reason.
Far enough to die.
Yeah. Either way, yeah. Once you get halfway, you're gonna die.
Exactly. I just think that the fact that they can. Well, because they can climb these little gyms and those walls are 40 foot. Climb the green belt in Austin and stuff like that. You got 100. You got some in Enchanted Rock's got a couple 100 foot, but at 50 foot you look back and you'll feel like you're 1,000. I remember like like I was telling you earlier, you get real scared. You like freeze up for a minute to think to be 2,500 foot with no rope, no nothing, and like chilling. I want to have that. That's the reason I want to keep.
That's the reason he's on YouTube and people are watching that shit. Because everybody, the people that can't do it, the people that get, like me, that get 30, 40 feet and they're panicking, or like it really blows him away because you're like, wow.
Oh, that ain't nuts, right? Yeah. You know what's crazy about that guy is he's sponsored by North Face and all this stuff, and he donates 3/4 of his money that he earns from everybody to donation to charities. He lives in a van.
Too bad we don't have any rocks or mountains there to get him come on. You can get him on the podcast, but
yeah, there's probably
there's nothing here.
Super tall. There's some shit in Amarillo.
Yeah, Calgary Canyon, but my buddy and his wife, the one Todd Bentley that does rope access, they go out there and climb. But I think compared to what he gets to do when they go out of town up north, it's more like training. You know what I mean?
Was it like 50 foot?
No, it's got some cliffs. I'm gonna have to show you some pictures. I mean, it's a canyon. It's legit, but I think so much of it is.
Well, sometimes you gotta worry about too the type of rock you're climbing on, because some of that shit will pull out. Like some rock you just can't climb on. It's not a good idea. I don't know where you're going there. This isn't new down here. I'm not used to that. That's a new update. Tells me so I don't understand.
Sorry, I'm texting me. I don't know.
Yeah, but you do really know.
No, not really. Now, me and my buddy Josh, he's one of the owner's son. They've been training him for dispatching. We're just kind of dual duties dispatching. He's gonna start doing more full time, but we kind of look at him and it's not a very desirable job, man, because it's 24/7.
Why don't you just make a 12-hour shift type job for people?
It's too hard to hand it off. That's where you get a lot of the confusion. I told them it almost needs to be like a 7-day week, and then you need to be off for a few days and let someone else do it for 7 days. Yeah, I mean, it needs. I'll talk to my boss. Man, it needs to be like the guy that's going off. He needs a 3-day weekend before he has to come back and like need a break. It's not busy enough to where you need a 7 and 7, but like say you're alternating weekends. One guy's dispatching, the other guy's helping him out.
Do like a 10 and 4.
Yeah, something like that. It's stressful, man. No one realizes until they do it for anybody can do it for a day or two. Like do it for 15 days straight. Non-stop.
4 hours a day.
Yeah, it's wears your ass out. It's not physically wearing, it's mentally draining, which is worse to me.
And then you can't sleep because the phone rings.
When you're sleeping light and
that's not healthy. That's not a good life to live. Very long. No way.
That's cool. We get it done.
He's drinking Rebecca Creek with some Fresca.
Yeah, they were out of ginger ale, so I got Fresca. It's my first time with Fresca with ginger ale. I love Fresca. I never tried it with ginger ale with Rebecca Creek, but this is our newest sponsor. They send me a bottle every year. Yeah. Hey, so for the podcast, so for buying so much, I don't know.
How does it feel to be this is your first season not coaching?
Yeah, this was my first season. Okay, besides when I left college was 99, and I didn't start playing semi-pro till 2003. That was the biggest gap I ever had of no football, and I was playing flag football during that. This is like, I mean, it's different for sure. You know, they had a preseason game last weekend, and
they won.
I didn't check in on or anything. I saw the score update at the end. They were 28-0 shutout. I was like, man, that's cool. And then I started thinking, I was like, man, it's kind of weird. I wasn't there. You know, that's the first time the Drillers ever had a game and I wasn't there.
That's true. Yeah, you know,
even when I was hurt, you know what I mean? I was there.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
I mean, I'm not saying I missed it. I went to a wedding with my family. Her cousin got married. It was an awesome weekend, and I don't regret it one bit. I mean, I loved it. I loved going on my son's football games this year and not having to rush back.
Yeah.
I don't regret it at all. Don't get me wrong. It's just still weird that it's happening and I'm not there. I'm like, man, that's weird.
What I've noticed is when I see the post, I understand where they're at in their brain and how it feels for them. And that's fun.
You're not on that level anymore. You're not on
I see a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
I see a lot of extra. I don't see any because that's when I was like, this time you done. I see a lot of work to get to the game, get to the practice time, make you go.
Yeah, but when you were doing it and it was like,
it's a blast. It didn't work.
Everything's timing, right? When it fit into your timing and it was your time to do that, you would do anything to do it.
2009 to 2018, pretty much, 17, 18, whatever it was. That was good.
Yeah.
And actually, I think I could retire 2 years before, and because like the year we won that one championship, I was upset, man. I wasn't happy with that one.
The one that we won the championship? Oh man, that was like when the league went on strike and then you only have like half the league.
It was like that.
Yeah. It was bad, man. But honestly, like there's no reward or award or whatever you want to say for second place. I still take more pride in that 2011 season than the championship season.
Where we came back and should have beat
where
the
we lost.
Antonio.
Yeah, where we lost.
And what's cool about that is, you know what? Coach T, he even said, "That's my fault. We were kicking ass with Chad." That
Get away from your game plan. I mean that.
That game could have won. That game was our game.
I'm not trying to sidetrack the deal here, but I told my wife at halftime. You know, I'm a huge Steelers fan. They were beating the Chargers 23-7 at halftime, and I was like, "Watch, babe, they're about to screw it up." Because the Chargers like, oh, they got a weak run defense, can't throw on them. Well, the Steelers came out and threw all over them in the first half. 23-17. I said, "Watch, they're gonna come out, be conservative, run the ball." They lost 33-30.
Steelers did?
Yes, last Sunday night. Yeah. Because I told her at halftime, I said, "Watch, they're gonna change their game plan. They're not going to keep doing what they're doing. They're going to get conservative, and they're you know, oh, we're already up this much." Oh, they lost, dude, because they changed the game plan. That's kind of what Coach T did. We were winning, and we were like, "Hey, you're doing better than expected."
We're taking 12 yards to chunk every time Chad got the ball.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't watch football. I haven't watched football in years. I've kept up with it ever since they started
there's a game on the night, and you asked me who was playing. I was like, I don't know.
Well, since they started taking all the hits away like that.
I've never been like that. I've always been like, I know who everybody's playing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm still playing fantasy right now. Didn't even set my roster.
Every player or team I didn't even care about.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still into it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same.
Dude, I talked to you. Only time I talk football is with you.
Yeah.
And because you like my football, so we can talk. I get excited. I see all these people posting. I saw some Sean Taylor posts the past few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like, that dude wouldn't even be successful nowadays.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to play. I mean, he'd be a tight end.
Well, he could probably adapt, but
no, he would play. He would play, but
he'd still be a ball hog, but he couldn't hit nobody.
It would take away from his best.
What I don't get is, first of all, I have a son that wants to play football. I don't think they should. You want to get cracked in the fucking skull for the next 20 years and get retarded when you're older?
Yeah.
Prepare what you sign up for it. That's the problem with half the society. We're too soft. No one says nothing about boxing. No one says nothing about UFC, which I love all that. No one says nothing about racing cars and shit. And they got all the safety equipment.
Yeah.
You know what you sign up for.
It's different, man. I can.
It takes to get. You know what I noticed though is like I posted Facebook videos of a running back. He hooked in the corner, and that dude the receiver came down and cracked back on the line and just destroyed him. No flags. There's not a flag for offense.
They do now. They put a ruling for that a year or two ago. The NFL does, and college. It's a legal crackback. If that guy can't see it coming, basically, it's the Hans Ward rule. Yeah, Hans Ward hit Keith Rivers like that when Keith Rivers was a rookie this big. You know, Keith Rivers, awesome linebacker from USC, he's going to be the next big thing. Hans Ward did that to him, broke the guy's jaw into this rookie season. And the next year they started putting in a rule. I think it took a year or two, but you can't do that anymore. It's illegal. But I'll tell you this: like
can't high school football.
You can't in high school football. But the thing about that though in high school football, the thing about that in high school football, the refs pretty much have the freedom to call penalty on any play.
Yeah.
For that, like I've literally seen, and I'll get to the refs. That's a hard job. They have a hard time getting refs. I would never be a ref because. Parents are assholes, you know, and it's like okay, semi-pro players are assholes to refs. In high school, the parents, and I'm sure some of the coaches, most of the coaches I've been around are not like that, but it's not worth it for the money they get made. I mean, there's a ref shortage. I've seen games get canceled because they couldn't find refs in high school. But what I was going to tell you earlier is, like, I'm pretty this is the way I think. You know what I mean? I don't want to say narrow-minded, but. Like, I'm old enough. I'm 40 years old. Like, my mind's made up on a lot of stuff.
Right.
On how I see football, not so much. Like, when I watch, I get mad when I see these flags being thrown and this, that, and other. But I also have a 17-year-old son that plays. And he plays receiver, tight end receiver, or whatever.
And he's
tall.
Guys.
Oh, yeah, he's tall. So he takes these shots in his back and in his knees and in his helmet. And, I mean, the kid got thrown out of the game this year for a targeting call on Clayton. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, it's different. You look at it different when it's your kid getting teed off on. You know what I mean?
But then you got to think.
I'm not saying I want them to take it easy on them. I'm just saying you start to see more of the realization of some of these rules instead of just saying, oh, that's weak. They're making football weak. Now I get it. Some of the stuff is dumb. Like
I think you need to teach that's when you grab Clayton. You got to protect yourself.
Yeah, and he does. He does good. I've seen when guys are coming and they go low at him. kind of gets his feet off the ground so he doesn't get an ankle or something blown up, and he just takes the undercut. You know what I mean? I mean,
that ball making you stretch up real far, son, and it's first quarter, and you guys are up by 6, and the ball's thrown out there real far. Maybe you shouldn't stretch out.
Well, the good thing about Clayton is, as my brother's always called him, Gumby. He's literally like Gumby. He took some hits in the back this year, and I just saw him bend these, and I'm just like,
he's so long, dude.
I'm like, dude, that looked like it hurt. He just jumped up, and I know it hurt a little bit, but you know how it is. You got to shake it off, and he just go back, and he's fine. And then after the game, he's just kind of, when he's walking up to me, we probably have more of a conversation with our eyes, and before we do, I'm like, and he's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you already know, but he's like Gumby. I mean, he can take it now, but
that's what football's about.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, you got to. I never remember being sore and not feeling like that was a good soreness, whether it was from a football game, a workout, or whatever. Dude. Now, maybe a car wreck or something, you're like, that's not a good soreness, but it feels good to be sore.
Nah, it's a tough guy sport. That's what it should be. Man, to me, I think mankind's gone too far soft. Like, we get softer every generation. We need to hold back.
Yeah.
Like, hold back on a bunch of shit. Like, we're really getting too soft.
Yeah.
Like, kids are in classrooms. You can't hit nobody in the fucking football field.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say certain things to people with their fucking feelings hurt. So,
you know, like, to me, watching a football game, the hardest thing to watch, like, I love watching people get hit. And everyone should love that. The hardest thing for me to watch is like all the taunting and stuff that goes on. And don't get me wrong, like, I talked a lot of shit when I played football, a lot. But it was in good fun. I shook the dude's hand. Everybody knew what it was. You know what I mean? And we didn't talk about people's mom. Just some of the taunting and stuff that goes on now, like in the NFL and college, I watch it and they let it go, and then there's this huge blow up, and then everyone's like, well, what happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, like all the like stepping over a guy after you tackle him and like hanging out over, like trying to get them to do something. I don't know. All that stuff really gets on me.
Well, I think it's because they let the players do too much.
Yeah.
There's not enough fight.
I mean, I understand they're trying to sell. It's an entertainment.
It's starting to get WWE-ish.
Yeah, but it's just, it's
it's
WWE without the roughness. You know what I mean? It's like, I want y'all to.
Yeah, you can't hit hard, but act tough. That's what I don't get. Like when they do,
It's so hard to have a good hard one of those hits without it being a penalty, because the automatic like reflex for refs and everybody when they just hear that noise and hear the fans go, oh, it's like a flag. It's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like before they even know,
they'll go, whoa.
Well, they throw a lot of, and I agree with college because at least they review it. You know what I mean? They throw it because they're like, oh wow, like that was a big collision or some bad shit just happened. Let's at least look at it. I love the fact that they review it. I hate reviews because it slows the game down and makes it long, but I love the fact that they review it and make the right call.
Yeah, I still believe that 10, 15 years football is either kind of gone
or it's going to be super cheesy.
Cheesy. Yeah. Like, did you see Vince McMahon started the XFL? They're going to do it in 2020.
That was awesome when it first came out. And I mean,
he didn't have a form. He started, like, I watched the thing about that, and he just jumped in too fast.
He just dumped a bunch of money into it without all the knowledge. And
and I think hopefully this time he's got some more, but then he's kind of a weirdo.
They should totally hire me to coach some linebackers and that. I can teach you.
Dude, because people get hit, but they did some dumb shit that get people killed.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
If you sign the dotted line to ride a bull, to play a harsh game, battle,
that's the thing. If you compare it to like MMA, I mean, these dudes bash each other's brains.
Yeah, literally. You say that. Yeah, exactly. But it's people say, well, yeah, it's not as hard because you're 250 with some wheels and you crush my face. But I'm like, yeah, but in MMA, it's not just that fight. They get hit. They get hit every
training. Yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying, the difference, I guess, is when in MMA, you're paying money to watch people get knocked out. You want to see them there, with the arm in the air, kind of twitching. That's what people get excited about. In football, when they see it, they're like, oh man, that looked bad. That was horrible. It's the same shit. These guys are getting a running start at each other. It's not, you know what I mean?
I think because the game was started so long ago, and back then people are more compassionate human beings, so it's not supposed to be that violent. Those things aren't supposed to happen that often. And MMA popped up in the 93, I think. So it ain't been very long. So, and people were just like, oh yeah, you're supposed to get knocked out and be all. Because remember how it started? It was like people getting wrecked. And
that's all it was,
Well, if you think about it, there was a bunch of knockouts, but back in the first, like, in the 2000s, there wasn't knockouts every fight. Nowadays,
a lot of tap outs, choke outs. Choke outs are more popular in the 90s.
Nowadays, everybody's getting, it's getting dirt. Did you see
it? Was like more, it was more demoralizing to choke a guy out than to knock him out. Because you can kind of luckily knock a guy out. Did you like to get one of those professional fighters, because you can catch a guy, right? To knock him out, you can just catch him. The guy that's the 100-point underdog can catch a guy on the first hit of the deal. But to get him in a submission and choke him out and get them not to tap out, or to get them to tap out, is more demoralizing than getting knocked out.
Yeah.
People get knocked out. You know,
earned that. You earned that one. The knockout could just be a lucky swing, shouldn't say. But did you watch the Chuck Liddell T. Ortiz 3? I paid for it and everything.
When was it? I think I watched
days ago or something.
Oh no, I didn't watch that one. No.
250-year-old guys fighting. Like
Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell's.
They rolling out there in a wheelchair.
Dude, it was.
How many pain pills do you think they were on before I think it started?
I don't know, but it was so bad. Like I was like, first of all, the whole show was terribly produced. It looked like a bunch of. It was a De La Hoya or whatever.
They had to do that in order to pay those guys enough to do it. They had to cut back on the production.
Dude, no, it was so bad, dude. Like when they would click to the guys commentating at the booth. Frank Mir's on the commentator. He's been in the UFC. He knows. There's one time where he's like, they click to him. You see the three guys standing. Frank's like looking this way, and then he goes like, "Oh, this is the camera." Because he's not
even watching the fight.
No, he's like telling me, because I'm sure in a real produced place, there's a guy going camera 3.
He's having to do it all on his own.
Well, you could tell he was
just
searching.
Like you just now. Excuse me, there's not someone back here going. Like, hey,
he was searching for the camera, and then when it went on, he's like, "Oh, this one here."
Yeah.
And then dude, Chuck Liddell. That was their main event. And Ortiz knocked Chuck Liddell in the first round.
I always like both those dudes,
dude.
But so I was a big. Who did Liddell kind of beat to kind of take over when he got his heavyweight, or not? He's light heavyweight. Wasn't
he knocked out Ortiz?
No. Who else? Randy? No.
He knocked out T. Ortiz.
Who am I thinking of? What's Randy dude's name? Randy, the other old guy that Chuck Liddell used to fight.
Randy Couture.
Randy Couture. He was like
Couture knocked him out once too.
Yeah.
Would you?
I haven't been keeping up with that in a while, man.
No, I'm telling you, it was okay. It didn't look like you're expecting. Even at 40 or 50, or almost 50 years old apiece, 49. You expect
was it kind of sad?
It was stupid. It was the saddest.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you watch like this horse that was like the Triple Crown winner, and they go out there for their last race and they just get smoked and they just look miserable.
You remember Chuck Liddell, and then as like these iconic, they didn't need to go out like that.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you.
Okay, I don't want to go anywhere near comparing me or you or
no,
guys. No, just playing football.
Let me tell you this. This is how I'm telling you about it is that when my wife watched this, she said, "You know how I know this is bad?" Why? She goes, "I think that my husband could step in that ring with those guys and has a legitimate shot of beating either one of them." I said, "Babe, I feel you. That's bad.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of guys right now that can whoop those guys."
Yeah, that's not where I was going, but I agree with you on that. But that's this is what makes me sad for them, because that's what makes me think. Obviously, we were playing football and shit for a different reason. We weren't making millions of dollars and all that. But that's why I quit, Kyle. That's why I quit right there. I didn't want to be out there tripping over my feet.
Yeah.
You know, why is this guy out here?
Look at these guys moving. Come on.
Chuck with that left jab.
No, all of them. Just look at him. Is this not the most terrible thing you've ever seen in your life?
That's like a bar fight at Diamond Lives and Hobbs. Maybe the ranch, I don't know, but I think I've seen some fights like that at Shotgun Lives.
But I mean, it's the most terrible thing you've ever seen, right?
That's pretty.
They don't look like they've ever even fought before.
They don't care. They got paid.
No, I want you to watch this one where Ortiz swings, completely misses Chuck, almost stumbles and falls down, and then he hops up and starts dancing around like he was
going to do that.
Oh, he looked like just like a super old man.
Then they make it past one round?
No.
Yeah, there's no way.
Look at this.
We're both on blood pressure medicine right now.
Look at this. Let's go to the knockout. It's vicious.
Who'd you say one?
Here you go. Here.
Oh,
this is the step. This is where he almost falls down. Yeah. I missed it. Watch here. This is where he goes to swing and almost falls down.
Oh, it's jumping. I think that's just the way it's jumping. It's jumping.
Tito made him cut out that horrible shit.
He's like, I'll pay you all $100,000 to cut that stumble out of there. Dang. He caught him. Oh.
There it is right here. I mean, look how vicious this is. Oh, watch, here goes, here goes. It's not even vicious. I mean, it's like two baby tats, but he's just shouldn't be out there. Look at him move.
Oh, just right on the
He's
button.
out though. He's 100%.
How many times do you see a guy get knocked out when he gets hit square like that? Not very often. It's usually when it's coming from the side and it twists their head. You know what I mean?
Well, he just didn't have a jaw anymore,
Yeah.
man. He shouldn't be.
That's
And they asked Dana White about it, and like Dana White was like, I told that guy that I wanted to retire back then because he's my friend, and I don't want to see him get knocked the fuck out. He doesn't need to get hit.
Because every time you wake up from it, you may not be the same.
Well, no, and think about how he feels now as like a fighter. Like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm you can see it in his eye. It was so sad to see his face. It was so sad. My wife was sad. It was sad.
It was like watching a damn funeral instead of a fight. Like we paid to watch a funeral.
Dude, it was the most terrible thing ever.
It is sad though, but that's like, I mean, obviously there's bigger, better things in life than everything. I mean, at some point this thing is big in your life. This thing's big. There's phases or whatever, but it's hard to give stuff up. But at some point you gotta be all right. Like enough is enough.
Yeah, like exactly. Like you said, when we were playing football.
Yeah.
I realized I can still play, but it hurts, and I'm worried about things blowing out, and I'm afraid I'm gonna get injured, and like, it's a lot of work, and it's a risk of hurting myself and not being able to play with my son, my kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's time to get going.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love watching my son play.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd love for him to go play in college, football, basketball, whatever. I mean, just me being me, I enjoy watching football more than I enjoy watching basketball, but I enjoy watching him do anything, whatever he enjoys.
Right.
So, I mean,
exactly.
I love both. Like, I can't watch a basketball game unless he's playing.
Right.
It's really hard for me to watch basketball. If he's playing, I love it. It's the best thing I ever watched. But because I have something to focus on and something, you know, like, you're way more dialed in.
A vested interest.
Yeah. And I love watching play, and he enjoys it. He loves it. And
he's built for it.
I mean, I want him to play. If he wants to play in college, he's smart. He's smarter than I was at his age. He's so much more mature because he's always been so big. Everything's always been expected of him. Right. He's always been treated older than he was because he was just bigger. You know what I mean? So he handles everything great. He's way more mature than, I don't want to say most kids his age. He's just got his head on. He's got his head on straight. Like, he's just a good kid. Yeah, I mean, he's a good kid. I'm blessed. And by the way, all my Midland people, I'll be posting on my Facebook, but Bushland Falcons are coming down here next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, playing the Greenwood tournament. I know y'all get to watch Clayton grow up on Facebook, but if you want to come watch him hoop it up a little bit in Greenwood.
Yeah, I'm down if you get the people, like you say, get the Heetland shirt, or if you should do even better, is just get white shirts and just his face as big as possible.
That'd be hilarious.
As many people as you can.
They had like the bobbleheads at football this year. We should just get a bunch of bobbleheads, man.
Yeah, just get a big stick figure and then his head on the top of the stick figure.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Hey Jensen, you think you can make that happen by Friday or Thursday? We need him here, dude. Make it happen.
I mean, you can't. There's no edges trying to get booked up. When your son gets to college football, then they can hold up mustaches and meet him there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he does. I mean, he's gonna have some options at football, or basketball, or just school if he's worn out. I mean, the dude's played more sports. Even though I played football till I was like 80, he's definitely probably played more games than not just football, but just games than I did my whole life. Yeah, I mean, the kids played a lot of sports. I feel like he's just getting started, but you don't know how they feel.
Dude, sounds crazy, but the way football's going and stuff, I'm hoping Deegan don't want to play.
Yeah.
He ain't said much about it.
If he does, you're going to love watching him play.
Yeah, and I love football, man. But I love the football we watch, like Ryan Lott football, Sean Taylor football.
It'll be different. Well, I don't know, man. I watched Sean Parker and Chapman post their videos at that age. They're still letting them do some stuff.
But here's what I understand. That's not good. If the NFL's the standard, you can't set.
I've never seen kids that young play tackle football. When I grew up, fourth grade we started in fourth grade. So how old are you in fourth grade? 9?
My son's 7. He's in second. So we say
9 years old. Those kids are younger than that, right? Am I right? I feel like they're starting to tackle a lot younger.
Yeah, my son can play right now, but I look at it like this: your ACL can get blown out at 7, just like it can at 30.
Yeah, and then you could have growth.
And the problem is when you're a kid, some kids lollygag, and that's when you get rolled up on. My dad's thing was you can't play tackle until the school gives you pads.
There's a difference in playing
and
outfield.
I ain't talking like
there's a difference between a 9-year-old playing outfield out there picking daisies when they're playing baseball because the kid's not going to hit a line drive to him. In football, like you just maybe hit the wrong place at the wrong time, and this
Well,
kid comes and he don't know what he's doing, and he takes out your knee. I mean, I don't know.
Well, and there's some of those kids, kids.
You gotta coach them up.
Those kids,
don't let them play. You can't coach them up.
And here's the thing: is like, where if we're trying to not teach them how to hit hard, I'll tell you exactly what you're saying. I watched this. I'm like, damn, these kids are blasting each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, so wait a minute. They're learning how to hit the completely wrong way, and nobody gives a shit when they're getting their face mashed off of the kids. Matter of fact, coaches and parents.
When their brain's still actually developing.
Yeah. Frontal lobe is not even developed, and like their parents are getting mad because like they're not hitting hard enough, or they're being punks. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Or they got ran over. The dad's over there going like, get off.
Yeah, dude. You know what I've noticed, man. A lot of like,
it's really bad.
Like our generation of parents.
Yeah.
I have a feeling a lot of parents, especially in sports, I noticed this in school too through teachers, live vicariously through kids.
Oh.
Like they put pressure on kids that the kids are like, I'm just trying to have fun, but you're like making me cry because I'm not playing hard enough or whatever.
Yeah.
And like my daughter's in school now, and these kids watch these stupid ass shows, and they're way more advanced than we were. Like they want girlfriends and boyfriends and shit, all at young ages.
Dude.
And
my 4-year-old daughter comes home, tells me she has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Tells me his name.
Dude.
And I know the guy. It's the craziest thing. Let me sidetrack this for a second. So this guy went to Amarillo High, and I went to Randall, so we kind of knew each other in high school. And then we both went to WT, played football together, right? And I saw him one time back in our what's the little sports bar over there by Gold's or by Triple Threat. Back in our Triple Threat days, we used to go to Triple Threat all the time. God, they smoke so much in there. So I saw Kyle in there. It's Kyle Duncan. I see him in there one day. Yeah. I see him in there one day. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I came down here to interview for a job or something. I mean, this was years ago. And that was it. Never saw him again. He was a kicker for us. He was like Janikowski, big as me, and he's a kicker. And so anyway, I think nothing of it. Don't see him again. I think we're friends on Facebook back then, but not posting a lot of that. And then one day I go to pick Harper up from daycare. Usually Adrian does it because he goes straight to work. I go pick her up and I see him. I'm like, hey man, what's up? This is like 4 or 5 years later. Oh, nothing, man. Just this, that, yada yada. Well, his son and Harper are like 2 months apart. They've been in the same daycare class since they were babies, and that's Harper's boyfriend. Since high school, she's like,
that's my boyfriend.
She comes home and like, Adrian's like, tell your dad. And she goes, Dad, I got a boyfriend. I'm like, oh really? This has been going on for like a year, dude. Let me see that. It's going on for like a year, right? I'm like, oh really? Who's your boyfriend? She goes, Carter. I'm like, oh okay. And then, but like it's a big deal. Right. And then, like she'll call me, Daddy, you're my prince, this, that, and the other. And then one day she's like, Daddy, you're not my prince anymore. Carter's my prince. I'm like, oh, really? I mean, it's like, and then she's like, oh, she'll try to make you feel better and tell you something different. But I'm like, this been going on for like a year. Like, I know they're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but like, she knows, if you went up to her and said, Harper, who's your boyfriend? She's like, Carter. Like, dude, I'm like, why do kids even get that? I don't think I remember writing a girl a note in 2nd grade, like, I like you, you're my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. But it still didn't mean anything, but I'm like, dude, this started when she was 3.
Even when you left school, you didn't think she would cross your mind.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, these teachers, these are, my daughter's in 5th grade. These teachers will come, and here you go.
By the way, that bottle was like over halfway empty when we got here.
Yeah. And these teachers will come. I ain't saying to school, but they'll come and pull these kids, like my daughter and stuff, out of classes because like one girl's mad at the other girl, and they're like sending each other notes, and then these girls like tell the teachers, and it's just like you see in these shows they watch, like all this bullshit.
Drama.
Yeah.
Drama.
And but the thing is if that was happening when we were in elementary, first of all, teachers would be like, first of all, y'all too young, you ain't got no boyfriend or girlfriend, you quit being dumb, this shit's over. We're done with this.
They're like cheering it on.
They're like coaching them through. I'm like, first of all, most of the teachers are probably 23 years old.
Yeah.
And not married, and like, or just
doesn't saying don't have enough experience.
Yeah. And don't have any kids. It's like you don't coach these kids through a relationship. You tell them, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking? Good. With the apple?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Fresco might have to try that out.
Yeah.
But, and I'm like, so you almost go up there and go tell the teachers, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why are you pulling my daughter in this class?
Okay. So you start holding the subject right now about teachers. Like, you want the people that basically raise your kids while you're at work and don't pay them crap.
Yeah.
And especially in Midland, who can we find to do this job? You know, like, who can we put in here? It doesn't matter. Can they do it? And I'm not bashing any teachers we have. We said there's a huge shortage. Yeah. They don't get paid crap. Coaches too. I mean, I was going to school to be a football coach and teach. That's what I wanted to do. That was like my passion. That's what I wanted to do.
Right.
And I probably would have, you know, I didn't finish school. Certain things happened. I ended up in the oil field, which kind of to me was a blessing in disguise because coaching is hard. I mean, you can make good money if you're a head coach. You can make decent money if you're assistant coach, but you got to move 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times to get that, and you drag your family all over. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. But the thing to me is like, if you guys already have enough trouble as teachers, funding getting through the class and teaching, you shouldn't have enough time to coach these kids' relationships. You should shut that shit down. Like, that's the weirdest thing I would like. That these kids are evolving too fast. You know what I was talking to my wife about, or maybe it was my wife. Maybe it was my wife. Anyway, these things here are tablets and these phones. Like, we're on a road trip, we should go on one, and we took all the tablets and stuff from our kids so we didn't have one. Well, the whole time they're playing with each other and talking and messing each other back and forth and just being like we were back when we were kids. And we had to keep getting on to them and y'all hush and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
This thing right here has made us lazy as parents.
Oh my gosh.
We depend on it to babysit.
I will say one thing about me and my wife. We do not. Harper's 4. She's over 4. She turned 4 in October. She doesn't have an iPad. She doesn't play. We have iPads all over our house. I think we have 4 of them. She does not play on them. I mean, she watches movies when we're in the car, and she watches movies on them. She does not play on her phone. She does not play on an iPad. She has like a little kind of kids' desk thing that does the alphabet and stuff like that. But it's all training. It's all teaching.
Right.
She's getting a leapfrog thing for Christmas. It's like a video thing, but it's all training.
You can have it with kids.
Dude, she does not do that. Well, I'll give my wife credit. She's hardcore. Harper goes to bed at 8:30 every night. She goes to bed. She lays in her big girl bed. She can get up and run around the house if she wanted to. I mean, we wouldn't let her, but she doesn't. She stays in her bed. Every now and then she'll sneak out and get 2 books and sneak them in her bed and put them under her pillow. Books. And she just sleeps on them. Like, she just does. But I'm saying, like my wife is a routine monster. Like, we're doing a routine. Our daughter just never slept with us, ever. She's 4 years old. And I mean, I give my wife credit. Like, it's hard to stay on a routine. Because sometimes you're tired and you just want to be like, look at the iPad. Just push the buttons. I don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I go to restaurants and I see, like, parents eating. The 2 parents are on their phone.
Yeah, forget that, man.
And I'm not talking crap. I keep looking at my phone, but I promise it's work. But like the 2 parents are on the phone, the kids are like literally got iPads, like posted up, watching the videos. And why'd you even go out to eat?
No one's talking.
Why'd you go out to eat? Why'd you just heat up some nuggets and stay home?
Get in separate rooms and chill out.
I mean, it's crazy.
That's a big problem that we should like.
I'm teenagers too. I have to tell my son all the time we're out eating. I'm like, put your phone down.
I'm about technology. I love technology. I love all the fun shit it can do.
Yeah.
But
right
oh
now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's people not at home right now, maybe watching this on their phone. I don't know, maybe 2 people watching, but I'm saying it's neat what it can do. But when you're with people, be with people.
Time, yeah, well, in time and place. I'm like, I give my kids some time on the Xbox, their phone.
Yeah.
My son's funny. He has a phone, full access. My daughter's phone. Her phone's.
How old's Deegan?
7.
How old's your daughter?
She was 11.
So Clayton got his first phone when he was 12, which to me was early.
And,
I got my first cell phone when I was 21, dude.
So I got the nicest. I got a Charlotte iPhone X, and he got my old Galaxy 8 Plus. But the thing is, it's like I told him, I give him all the rope, I give him all the gold. When they fuck up, I gotta take it from him.
Yeah. He's like the leprechaun. It came from my gold.
Yeah, Braden's phone's been gone for. She ain't had her phone
Really?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
All that boy shit, all that not getting good grades because of school, being the friends, all the girl drama, all that shit, all that done, dude. Like my wife said, you know what? She's like, better for girls to have a bunch of guy friends than girlfriends. She's like, you want to talk about kissing and sex and all that? She's like, that pressure comes from girls, not guys. She was young, she had a bunch of guy friends. She was might be one she thought was cute. She's like, but really it's all a bunch of buddies and they did guy stuff, play video. Because Brecken does it. She has like a group of guy friends. Her cousin Jaden hangs out with a bunch of boys and she hangs out with them a lot of time at school. Yeah. But she's fucking these girls. And Jaden was good for her too because she always got them boys that got her back. You know and Jaden's cousin, so he always watches out for her. He tells her when she's being dumb and all that shit. But like I was like, we're gonna mountain climbing, blah blah. And she was like, and all her guy friends were like, are you serious?
Like, that's cool. You need to do that.
You'd rather stay here the weekend instead of like go out of town with your dad and go climb rocks. Like you're returning, she was like, okay. But
it's crazy though too, because like my son's at that age, you know, he's halfway through his senior year, almost halfway, whatever, but he's at that age where, you know, he's got a girlfriend, they've been dating 5 or 6 months, you know, and I'm like, I mean, she's awesome. Love her to death, she's cool. But I'm like, don't forget, I mean, you still got boys, like, don't make it all about that, or you're going to regret it at the end of your senior year. I'm not saying push her to the side, I'm saying you still got to hang out with your friends. You got to, you're a senior, you know, you got to do your thing, but it's hard because I did the same thing with his mom. You know, we were every minute, you know, and then I was missing out stuff with my buddy, and I'm like, I was the guy that like I didn't want to miss anything ever.
Yeah, I'm the guy still.
Yeah, I still am. My wife is total polar opposite. She's like, I want to, you know, once I'm done, I'm done. I want to go home. I want to do this, and I want to go to bed. And I'm like, I don't want to miss anything. If something's going on, I want to be there. I'm going to be there. Which is a good thing because, you know what I mean, that's a lot of the reason why I make all my son's games and I do all this. Like I can, I don't want to say like push it to the limit, but like I can squeeze every minute out every day. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm fine. The next day, I'm ready to do it again.
Right.
I'm getting everything out of this day. All of it.
Yeah.
But I hated missing stuff. So like growing up, my friends I was friends with in high school, they were a little better off than me. Like I had to work.
Right.
The one thing I hated the most about working was that my friends were all doing fun stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It wasn't that I was working in the physical labor and the time. It was just like,
I'm missing time to do cool shit.
I mean, they could just be doing something stupid.
That's how I feel right now.
They're like going around like, you know, when I was 16, I had to get a job because if I wanted a car, I had to have a job. And so they're going around, you know, hanging out at the pool half the day, going around throwing water balloons at people, doing this and that. And I was like, I'm over here making pizzas at Pizza Hut. That's my first job. I was a cook at Pizza Hut. I'm like, this is bullshit. But when I sure showed up later with like 8 pizzas, they were happy to see me. You know what I mean? Like, I just hated missing anything. It's a blessing and a curse.
Every day I wake up, I'm like, this shit.
I won't miss it.
I just want to do stuff that I want to do. I mean, everybody does that, of course. I'm the same way. I don't miss nothing. But I also, like, I'm getting older where I'm to the point that I don't miss nothing, but most of the stuff I don't miss is the stuff I'm going to do. I want to do.
Yeah. I mean, everything changes, but it's still the same mentality. It's just what the things are.
Yeah, it's like, and to me, like, when I started talking about rock climbing as a brain dude, somebody like, dang, how many hobbies you want? I was like, dude, all of them. I want all of them.
How many do they have?
Yeah, because I'm like, it's perfect. Because rock climbing, BMX, and drift cars, I can do all that in a lot of places. Like if I go to Colorado.
Just don't do drag racing or circle track. You thought playing semi-pro football was expensive? Do one of those. Well, I mean, drift cars still is pretty expensive. But you can totally just go park it and say, okay, I'm not going to do that for a year.
It's the cheapest motor sport of all time. But, I mean, part-wise.
Semi-pro football, when you're trying to run a team and like let everybody play and you know, it's kind of like, that's expensive when you're, I'm not saying paying for everybody because there's a lot of guys that pay their own way, but trying to make it where everybody can play, that's expensive. That's an expensive hobby.
I told everybody back in the days, you already know he drained his bank account keeping this thing going.
I could have such a nice car right now, guys, if it wasn't for y'all.
You know what's funny is
I got the 2010 GMC.
Thanks. $500 pair of shoulder pads. Only if I wore them, you put the plastic one use. I still have them. They're sitting pristine.
Didn't do him any good. His shoulders popped out left and right. Actually, since you started wearing those, I quit.
I started doing different things with my shoulders. Like that CrossFit helped a lot.
I felt so bad. So I had I took 3 or 4 pair of shoulder pads with me when I played in that alumni game in 2010 in my high school alumni game. You know when they were doing the big alumni game deals? Of course, I'm like over the top, anal, all this. So for those alumni games, the guy comes around with a trailer, and he's like, okay, basically, here's the uniforms we have. We have maroon, orange, and yellow. Y'all gotta be one of those colors. We're like, no, we're the Randall Raiders. We're black and silver. We ordered jerseys. It wasn't just me. There was other guys, but we ordered jerseys. We did this. I painted helmets for it. So you didn't go out there if you didn't have a silver helmet. Like, you look like the Raiders. We weren't going to have past it. You know what I mean? So I painted like 30 helmets during our drillers off season to play alumni game. But it was just one of those deals. So I take three of my best pair of shoulder pads, one for me and one for these 2 other guys. One's a linebacker. And this other dude was 4 years older than me. I didn't know him. He moved away when we were in high school, and he was older than me, but he was really good. And he's like, yeah, man, he's like, let me try those on. They fit me perfect. They're awesome shoulder pads. Those black and blue ones.
Yeah.
When I first bought, I didn't like them because they were too short. My helmet was hitting them and all this. He wears them, dude, I swear. Like the fourth play of the game, he tackles this guy on their sideline, hits the ground, and breaks his clavicle or something, his AC joint and everything. And like I immediately feel guilty, like it's my fault because he's wearing my shoulder pads. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm like, dang. But I mean, he was like 40 at the time, 38. You know, whatever.
That's called not playing football for 30 years, being a truck driver or something.
But no, still trying to play like you did when you were young.
Well, yeah, you're excited. You're running full blast. You don't realize that you're brilliant. Yeah. You've done shit in 10 years.
He was still good. Benny Garcia, shout out.
Let me put it this way.
But that's probably what scared me the most, cause like. In my mind, I want to play like I did when I was 21, and I'm going to try to force my body to do that when I know it can't, and I'm going to do some damage.
I have a theory, though, because
it's like draining the oil on your car and then going hot rodding.
You can still do that at older ages, but the problem is that you're going to have to deal with more injuries for sure. But when I jumped back into football, I've been 7, 8 years since I played anything, and played tackle with the Drillers in 08 is when we started, right?
For sure, yeah. Season was 09, I started practicing 08.
Started 08. I remember the first time I was like in practice out there, and this hard practice is getting hit and getting up. And I remember my fingers and everything like, oh my God! And I was like, I need to go to the sideline. I was like, no, this is football. But so I wasn't used to it. But after 8 months of getting hit, it wasn't shit.
Yeah, not even that. Probably a couple. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I think
it comes back to you quick.
Yeah, and your body adapts to it. It's like I get beat on, so I need to be prepared.
Yeah.
And I mean, riding BMX and stuff, like I had my buddy Matt, and then when he first got back into it, after the surgery, he hadn't been hit in a while. You fall, it hurts a lot more.
You bruise more, everything is more.
It's like your body goes, I'm getting hit a lot.
Your body's in like panic mode, like what the fuck is happening right now?
Right, but so that guy's at 41, he's been chilling, not doing shit. He throws it down, his body's like, what did you just do? Yeah. Well, I'm just broke, because I don't know what the fuck you're thinking, because I haven't done this in years. That's why
what did you do?
Dude, I'm telling you, if you want to, I always harp on this shit, especially in stupid podcasts. Older men get, and this is another problem with men. I always see this, dude. I want to start like a fucking movement. If I was like The Rock, I'd start a man movement. Like, bring back being a man. Bring back picking up heavy shit, working out, being strong, being fit, and staying that way and being active until you die.
Yeah.
Because, dude, think about this. Here's how big motivation. I like to stay in shape and try to do stuff. Always be active. I like to do fun shit. But in a life or death situation, I want to have the best chance to live.
No, I agree with that.
Completely out of fucking shape.
I agree with that.
What happens if you, like, tell me, this is my analogy. This walls are 8 foot, 9 foot tall. Let's say you can jump and grab it, but you can't pull yourself over. And that's life or death for you and your family.
You better be able to do that, or you better be one damn good engineer and be able to figure some shit out.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like,
I'm just saying,
but
maybe you can get yourself where you can do it, but hey, guess what? You also got to get your family over that wall.
Yeah, but let's say you can't. Let's say it's just you. You gotta go home to your family. You're just hanging there and you go, oh my gosh, I can do pull-ups. Why do I do pull-ups? I've been telling you to fucking pull-ups. And I really, like, how many people can do a pull-up? A lot of people can't nowadays. And back in 1960,
did you bring me on this podcast just to call me out for probably not being able to do a pull-up?
No, actually,
I could probably do like 2.
You've actually lost some weight. You've been watching your food a little bit better, haven't you?
Yeah, we eat turkey burgers during the week.
Everybody gets off the rails.
Then on the weekend we get crazy, and then we eat turkey burgers during the week. I mean, that's it. Not even, when I say burger, I'm talking about a patty. I ain't talking about bun and all that.
Yeah.
Last night for dinner, I had a green chili turkey burger with brown rice.
Well, I saw a picture of you and Adrian, and she looks like she's a fitness model. Like, she was back when she was 20
my wife's busting ass. She lost like 30 pounds in the last 3 months.
She's great.
She's busting ass.
And that's, people don't realize, like, a lot of it's done with food, man. My mom...
Like, I'm about to start working out, but I've literally just been sitting watching my wife and all like, dang.
I wish you just come with me, bro, and work out and try something different. I'm telling you, if this...
You know what? I'll do it, Kyle. I will do it.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to say it right here on there. I will do it, but here's my deal. I'm really not good at sucking at stuff and being bad at stuff, so, like, I hate that first stage of getting back into it and, like, not...
Here's the thing, and that's why everybody's like that.
Yeah.
But here's how I am now. I used to be the same way. I like sucking at shit. Because if you suck at it, what? It's like, this rock climbing thing I got back into. I suck at it, but it's like, when I do something little, like I get a little something, I'm like, I give it a victory. I'm like, that little thing was like a victory to me because I'm gonna do a lot of fucking up. And each failure is like, okay, what do I do wrong? Well, I need to work on this. My grip strength. I need to work on this and this. And you're like, all I want to do is get healthier and be a little bit, look better naked. Yeah. That's all I want to do. So, like,
I just don't want to feel like a ton of shit.
Right. Well, like, okay, the little victories be like, yeah, and see the workouts. Here's the thing is like, I do Brandy and dude, look at Google does this sometimes.
What did it say?
Just starts listening.
Oh wow. Google said what you said.
I didn't say okay nothing.
Yeah. Say my name,
trippy. But what I learned over the years of like helping people, like trying to get people to work out. Back in the day, like, let me work out with you, bro. So I just do what I did as a workout, and they'd be like, "Fuck you." I realized it's like if you haven't worked out, dude, you don't take a lot.
Oh, we got some people on the podcast
to get you worn out.
Not the bunch, but we got some people.
Usually most views come the next day or two after. Usually 2 days after, especially on YouTube. But for a person that hasn't worked out a lot or is trying to get back into it, it doesn't take a bunch to activate and stimulate the muscles of the body.
It doesn't.
So I learned that if I was going to like get you, if you're going to show up and work out we do, we're going to do a workout like with the maces and things, but I'm going to do some basic things to get your body to go, okay, just some really basic things, and it's going to be, the workout's probably going to be 30 minutes, 45 minutes long.
Did you see who finally decided, I guess it was me, I guess I'm like the biggest asshole in the world, God. Did you see who finally decided to play for the Drillers this year?
Mm-hmm.
Mo Taylor.
Yeah, now Mo's on the team.
Mo hates me. Mo. Whatever it takes, Mo, I had to quit just for you to play.
Yeah, I saw that post. Welcome to the good guys. Like, all them years of avoiding it, you could have been chilling me and he.
All the years of, getting hit in the head by me, you could have just been on the same side as me.
That's one guy that I met through semi-pro football, year one. That was always a good dude. He was always nice.
Mo,
he was hard. He played hard, and he'd talk a little mess to you, maybe, just jokingly. But then he was always cool after the game. He would a lot of guys wanted to get their yappas out. Remember how many times I heard, I got the yappa in the truck? I'm like, dude. And how many times I hear that?
But you know how many times guys in the coach were like, it don't matter, we're bulletproof. No. You know the first time, Kyle, let me just give you a guess. When I was playing in Lee County, New Mexico, Hobbs, first time in a semi-pro game I ever had somebody pop trunk on me. Guess where I was at?
Hobbs.
Midland. Memorial Stadium in Midland, yes.
I remember that day.
I was playing the Mid-Desert Storm. Oh, dude.
One of our coaches were playing with me? Because
no.
Maybe love it.
No, I said the first time, not the only time. This is the first time. It happened to me in the Midland Memorial parking lot. And it was one of them deals where we played this team. They were a good team. It was Mid-Desert Storm, Weldon Cooks, Peanut's brother-in-law, the one that got shot and killed. Played at UTEP, awesome football player. He played for them. It was a good game. We ended up winning the game 27-7. But they had some guy, I don't even remember the dude's name, but they had this guy on their team. He was one of those guys, they thought he was okay, if they're running right, we're going to start putting him over there and he'll do this and he'll shut it down. It's this big old, I don't know if he's half white, half Mexican, big dude. Defensive end type guy. He's number 99. So he kept moving around and do all this stuff, and he didn't do anything ever. Just kept acting like he was something he wasn't. He never did anything. Of course, I was running my mouth, letting him have it,
yeah.
And we ended up beating him pretty bad. So after the game, we're having the two teams together praying. The coaches start talking all this, and he walks around I think he's gonna call it good. You know what I mean? And I'm standing up, half the guys are on their knees, and he's just starts going off on me. He's got a bandana. He's fuck you, man. Fuck you. Let's go. And I'm like, dude, really? Come on, man. He's praying. He's literally praying right now. Can you just time out for a minute? Anyway, so we're changing in the weight room. They didn't give us a locker room. We're changing in the weight room with half their team, and some of their teammates are like, dude, don't go outside. Don't go outside. He already said he's going to Trump. He's going to get his gun. I'm like, what? I thought we were just playing football and talking legit. You know, I'm like, what? Dude, yeah, don't go outside. So one of my linebacker coach, actually, he's a sheriff in Hobbs. He comes back and he's like, just stay in here, it's fine. And then everyone keeps saying, stay in here. And the next thing I know, I'm the only person in there. I'm like, okay, but did all y'all leave? And he's out there waiting for me now? And he has a gun?
Where's he at?
So finally, I'm just okay, I'm done with this. So I get my shit and I walk out. And there's 10 or 15 people standing there. And he's still over there. He went to his truck and got the gun. He's got shoved in the back of his football pants. And everything, they were kind of trying to talk it out. But when I walked out the side of the weight room, the dude sees me and loses it. He's starting to charge. When he runs over the dude I was talking about earlier, Billy Fink, left tackle, 6'60", runs over his kid, trying to get to me, knocks him down. The kid's 5 or 6. And that dude grabs him and just slams him up against the wall of the weight room, face first. And then our coach is a sheriff. Got him in a freaking sheriff armbar, he's gonna cuff him. And he's like, dude, you're not doing anything.
I'd smash that fucking dude's head in.
He's lucky he didn't go to jail. They let him off. They're like, all right, we're gonna let you go, dude, but you just need to chill out.
Oh, I pulled that gun.
I was like, dude, that was like my 7th semi-pro game ever, and I'm like, where am I? What is going on?
If someone ever hit any 5-year-old,
well, I'll tell you what. Billy Fink was actually there trying to help me out. He didn't even see the guy hit his son. Oh. He grabbed him because he started running, and about the time Billy grabbed him, he knocked his son down, and I think that's probably what saved that dude. It was crazy.
He didn't see it go down.
No, he didn't see him hit him.
He'd be that big, he could just destroy that guy.
No, it was crazy.
Once you get manhandled, you ever been manhandled?
No, it's been happened a couple times.
I've been manhandled.
It's been happened a couple times.
I'm football
first year semi-pro, I've been manhandled. I've never been manhandled in a fight. Luckily, I've had a big enough head and neck. Like, it's one of those deals, Kyle, where either people like totally avoid you and don't want to fight you, or random little guys want to fight you because you're big. They're like, oh, he's big. Watch, I'm about to tell. I'm like, really, dude? Just stop. But no, my brother is the only person still to this day that's ever beat me up.
Yeah.
I won our last fight, so let's just keep it at that. But like, I've been manhandled on a football field a couple times.
You know, sucks.
And that is
I've been manhandled a few times on the football field, like by guys. I remember Patrick Lindsay just.
Hey, but if you gotta get manhandled by somebody, Patrick Lindsay's not too bad.
And then Sean Parker.
Sean P.
When they get those 4 fingers under your armpits and these 2 fingers wrapped around your shoulders.
4 fingers, Sean.
Dude, it is no joke. Those guys will put this. Do this like this.
Put the clamps on you.
What do they do? What do they even do?
Dude.
What do you do? I remember when Patrick came out, I remember seeing him, I'm like,
he ain't shit. He ain't shit. He's something lanky white dude.
Skinny guy. Shit. And
he's out there hurling.
You know what's funny? I remember making fun of his PCLs forever. Guess who doesn't have any PCLs either? This guy. Dude, that's what I had.
I was in the training room at Midland College, and Pat just looks at me and goes, watch this. And I'm like, okay. I didn't even know what was about to happen. He's like, hey, Sonya, my knee. He's like, I can't remember what he said. He's basically wanting her to do a pull test on his knee. Mm-hmm. He's like, pull his pant leg up. He's like, hey, pull out my knee. And so she's thinking normal knee, trainer. She's like, okay, knee. And she's obviously, she's been in junior college, so she's always coaching, 18 to 20-year-olds. Yeah. Tight knees, everything's good. So here comes Pat with his 35-year-old no PCL knees. I didn't even know he didn't have PCL. He's like, my knee feels weird, blah, blah, blah. She grabs it and literally takes one pull, and she's like, oh, and just drops it. Like she's like, whoa, something's really wrong with this knee. And then he just starts laughing, and so she knew. She's like, whatever. He's like, try this one, and did the same thing. I mean, she knew at that point. She's like, what? He goes, I don't have PCL on either one of my knees. I don't know how that dude played without knee braces. He was still playing basically at 3/4 speed when he played with us because protecting his knee is still making everybody look
stupid. You can't lock your legs ever. Because I remember asking him when I moved my first one, I was like, hey man, what'd you do? He's like, you strengthen your legs. So okay, so I did. And sometimes it gets swelled up, but it'll get nice down. Nice to get a little bit there, a little fresh. Put a little fresco on that thing. Oh, yeah, but see, it's just, and they're also getting older. The PCL is weird because your knees wobble back and forth. You can't lock your knees. Yeah,
but what's Pat do? Oh, he just wakeboards and does MMA, whatever. Hey, what else can I do to mess these knees up?
Jiu-jitsu, and not even, I don't know if it's...
I love that guy.
He's an animal.
You had to move away, Pat. You had to move away.
All good things have to come to an end, bro.
I know, but still, it's hard. You can vouch for it, Kyle. You're getting older. It's hard to find good friends that you can hang out with your family and kids that are the same friends you hung out with when you were not doing the family and kid thing.
Oh man, it's hard. I'm for the most part all I do is hang out with my wife.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's a good thing.
We don't go. We just stay at home. I'm not really in the bars.
Save a lot of money. No, dude, there's nothing to do at the bars. Don't lose money. But I'm just saying,
I would go to a
just
bar
being able to say, hey. Let's go eat dinner, or let's go, hey, y'all come over here, we're gonna cook and do that. You don't have that many friends that you're just gonna do that with once a week or once every other week and just say, hey, we're gonna have family night at our house, let's do it. There is, but you get real busy, but.
I noticed, I seen the other day, because I'm in all kinds of silly shit. I can get a new hobby. If you just let me see something cool, I'll start thinking about you, like rock climbing, drift cars, BMX, all that bullshit I want to do.
Country's calling me.
Oh, he hit me up one time to be on the podcast.
Let me see. You want to get him on?
Yeah, answer the phone. Put him on speaker.
Country. What's up, Country?
Hey, I might crash with the Vipers, but I'm not going with it.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be on the podcast. Sorry, I got you on the podcast.
Oh, just so everybody knows, if they see me good playing, if I leave practice room, I'm just not leaving nowhere. I'm the driller to the dad.
Okay.
Say it again.
Hey,
Sorry, Country, couldn't hear you. Say it again.
Ask him what he's doing.
Are you with John Clark?
I'm Big Country from the Drillers.
Big Country. You don't know Big Country. Hey, Country. Country, is that John Clark?
I'm Big Country from the Drillers. That's like
Hank.
Yeah,
oh shit.
I hang out with Chase. Yeah, so I got here from work.
He's drinking.
Practice, and then their dad goes, I'm going to practice.
Listen to him, guys. This is country at its finest.
So I want you to know if you see something, this ain't no Richard Garrett kind of deal.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn!
You hanging out with my boy Chase? Chase Floyd, shout out.
Alright, I love that guy.
So I'm gonna practice with him, so I just want you to know
He's not Big Country from the Drillers.
Alright, Big Country, you're on the podcast. I'm gonna let you go. Let me and KB know how practice goes.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Hand jam face jam somebody.
You know he's gonna be talking about somebody's mom in practice before it's over. Hey, 56, I know I don't know you, but your mom. Country.
Big Country from the Drillers.
If there was ever anybody in the world that should have been named Big Country,
you know, named the names. This guy.
Yeah.
And
but I'm just saying, like, even the movie Blue Chips or whatever.
That's him.
I'm just saying, like, that dude ain't even close. That's Big Country.
What's crazy is,
hey, I just want to let you know, I'm down here in Austin and I'm practicing with the Vipers, but I ain't playing with the Vipers. I ain't pulling no Reggie Garrett shit right now.
But you know what's good about that motherfucker? Is he calls you, let you know.
Yeah, before I seen a picture on Facebook and somebody tagged me and was like, what's up with Country? Dude, I just told you I ain't even coaching. I don't care. Dude, I already got, you know, Tay Bars.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're on Facebook, Tay Bars. I don't give a shit. I ain't coaching this year. Dude messages me, you care if I come back and play?
Oh.
I said, I don't care.
That's not good.
I said, yeah, it's good that it's not good. I said, I don't care. Talk to Coach San Diego. I'm not coaching this year. It's his call. I'm not making any. I'm not gonna say, yeah, this guy can play. This guy can't play. I'm not there. I don't know who they got, what they got. I don't know anything. So they say, yeah, he can play. He plays in the preseason game. Apparently ruffles some feathers. I still to this day don't know what goes on. He starts screenshotting me these messages between him and San Diego, going back and forth. San Diego basically telling me he's not on the team anymore. And he's like, basically sending me screenshots. He's like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. It looks like he's telling you you're not on the team. Well, he shouldn't be talking to me like this. This is who you put in charge. I'm like, yeah, he's in charge. I'm not going to overrule what he said from here. If he says you ain't on the team, you shouldn't be on the team. Why would you even want to be on the team if he's feels like that? You know what I mean? Like, dude,
it's the same as, dude, I sold a car to a guy, and then he sold you a car that broke down, and you're calling me about it. I had nothing to do with that.
It's the same thing. I mean, I get it, but I'm like,
I love that coach. By the way, that coach, Coach T, like I said, the best coaches that the Drillers I love the most, Coach T, David, Ridley, and you. Yeah. Those are the best coaches we have. Yeah. So, they're good.
Hey, dude, Coach T was a shit. Now, what I loved about Coach T, Coach T brought professional expectations to semi-pro.
Coach T was the only coach that got every motherfucker to every practice.
Whether it was true or not, he had your ass believing. If you didn't show up, your ass was not playing.
Every team meeting, and that's just how
that's the difference between semi-pro and high school. I'm just saying, as far as how to run, like, there's accountability in high school. You didn't have it in semi-pro because if a guy was really good, he knew he was going to play.
And Shad
changed a lot too.
Shad helped a lot, but Shad told me, I said, Shad, hey man, what's the difference in like pros and this stuff? He goes, paychecks. Same people, same crazy people, just paychecks.
Dude, I love the whole story about Sean.
Sean said if he ever comes back down here, he'll do this podcast.
Oh, dude, Sean will do it. That dude is so. That's one of the realest dudes you will ever meet.
Yeah, I'm not
sure. So Sean was like so close to just being like a beast in the NFL. Like, I mean, I get it. It's hard. It's hard to even crack a roster,
especially his size.
especially his size. Do you remember?
But
dude, just let me ask you, if you remember who the running backs were for the Bills when we came in the league.
And
Marshawn Lynch, McGahee, and Fred Taylor.
Three.
Am I right about saying Fred Taylor or wrong?
At some point.
I don't know. He had 3 dudes in front of him.
No, Fred Jackson.
Fred Jackson, I'm sorry. That's
Fred Jackson's not with the other 2 Hall of Famers.
But I'm just saying, but still, Fred Jackson was legit for a long time.
Pro Bowler.
And Sean came in and still got the job as a third down scat back.
Sean played in the NFL for 5 years?
4 or 5. I mean, he's vested. But still, then he played UFL for a couple years. But when he first moved back,
injury-free.
Oh, yeah.
His brain.
Well, he was injury-free until he played so probably towards his Achilles. Like me. But, hey, from when he was getting paid to do it. Injury-free. Yeah. But I remember, I will never forget it. This was probably, besides the way Chad Thompson came about as far as getting on our team, Shaw was probably the one. Because I was, as far as Facebook and MySpace and all that, recruiting players, I was pretty ballsy. I would just message a guy.
You didn't recruit me. Yeah. My buddy Martin Pfeiffer didn't play a lick for us, but he brought me.
He's about to get married, dude. I know I gave him a shout out last time, but he's marrying one of Adrian's co-workers, friends.
He was like, yeah, come try this football thing out with me.
Martin Pfeiffer would have been great if we didn't have Chad Thompson.
No, he wouldn't have.
Nah, he would have been.
I planted that dude in the game.
Martin, he's starting crap right now. I never got to see how good he was because he left.
Martin was more of a defensive guy.
He should have been playing outside linebacker.
Yeah.
He was way too pacey to play running back.
Yeah, let's just be real.
Let's be real. Anyways, what was we talking about? Shaw. Okay, so somebody told me, hey, Shaw Williams moved back. You know Shaw? I'm like, yeah, I know Shaw. I played against him in high school. He was like a sophomore when I was a senior. We played Andrews every year for our first preseason game.
I watched it in high school.
It's like, yeah, obviously I kept up with Shaw. I know who Shaw is. He's moved back. He's the strength coach at Andrews. Yada, yada, yada. He's coaching. So I messaged the dude on Facebook. And first year, he's basically like, nah. That's basically it. He's like, nah. And then
but that did this.
Yeah, but so we're getting started. We're getting started the next year. I'll never forget it.
It helps that the way you did us was so fucking legit. He looked at us and went, "Oh, okay. Well, these aren't just some rat pack looking
things." Yeah, I mean, because we always had at least a few legit dudes out there. No
legit uniforms, legit stadium, legit.
But so the next year, man, and you want to talk about like a girl getting a text from her crush? That's how I felt because that dude messaged me. It was almost a year later. He messaged me. He was like, hey, so I think I might be getting the itch. And I was like, I was like, ooh. And then I was like, and then I played it all. I played it like I was like cool with Joe. I was like, oh, I know you're getting the itch, or you wouldn't even message me. And he's like, you're right. Dude was at the next practice. I was a wrap. He played 2 years. We played a year and a half, a year towards Achilles, and came back and played another year after that. That's what, like, honestly, out of everything he did, that impressed me more than anything. Came out here and played semi-pro. Like, I mean, I get it. I'm not saying he had to swallow his pride. He just loved the game and wanted to play. Yeah. And so he did it to have fun. And I'm not saying he had more fun than he did in the NFL and all that, but there was like no restraint. I'm just going out here and have fun, play a little ball.
And the thing was, he didn't play the NFL card. He didn't go
out there and act like. I mean, he showed up at practice. He wasn't like a gamer. He showed up at practice. He coached the other guys up. He's like, look, y'all need to do this. Like, I would have been like this, a sponge. If I played the position he played or anything, I would have been like, tell me more.
Before the games, he give his hip hip hurrah speeches. It's like, remember, I give the back. I try to give him.
Yeah.
But
it's different.
His are genuine.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
There was no like some guys try to give him. You're like, you're trying to.
Yeah.
He was just, that's how he was. I'm like, he had me jacked.
Oh, he had me so jacked. Like Coach Ridley gave some of the best pregame speeches, but I'm not that guy. Not the blood and gore. Like he would lose me. It was too much for me. You know what I mean? So I couldn't do it. Like I had my own switch, but the way Shaw gave him, like, dude, that had me like.
I'm not gonna lie, toot my own horn right now, but I had a third quarter timeout speech at the first championship game. No, I had a pregame speech that was awesome.
I remember the one you gave because I remember you were looking right at Brad Richard. You look like a deer in the headlights, everybody. But you're looking at Brad, and I'm looking at Brad, and he's like.
Because he was out of there.
Brad was out of there.
But I remember I had a pregame. Like,
baller. Brad's a baller.
Oh, yeah.
No hate, but I'm saying, Brad, you were out of there.
He'll admit to you that he sometimes would show up.
Brad was like, literally, a guy would catch a ball and he would tackle him and he'd go there and ask for an autograph. I don't even know what was happening.
Yeah. But I remember giving a pregame speech that was real good, and then the third quarter we get our ass with the championship. I timed out in the middle of the game. I was like, y'all fucking lied to me. And then we played good after that. And I gave one at the Falcons game when Lucas had those crazy at halftime. And that
basically, Luke could just pay you to be his personal pep talk guy.
Yeah, well, that halftime speech, that was like, I didn't write, it was all just that was I could have put that in a fucking book.
Yeah.
I don't know what I have no idea what I said, but I remember
you're way better at that stuff than me.
I remember when everybody left there, when they were running out, I was like, dude, I think it worked. I was like, everybody went nuts. Dude, we did. I was like, everyone went nuts.
Yeah, it's good.
But really,
like the way I play that
good,
card is like, I'm not good at those speeches, so I don't do them very often. So when I do them, I hope it holds a lot of weight because I don't do it all the time. Yeah, that was kind of my deal. So
Ridley was the kind of guy everybody would sit down around the corner like, dude, okay, we were talking about
give
this.
Give us the goods, Ridley.
Me and we were talking about this the other day. Tipton, Ridley was before the game where me and Tipton was having a fist fight at halftime or after the game, whatever.
Prove it.
It was a big time rehab. Reed has footage of that exact moment. And he really does.
Prove it.
He really does.
I just remember hearing the stories after and I'm like, wait, what did I miss?
But dude, before that game,
because what game was that? Was that the championship game, the crappy year 2014 when we won?
No. Ridley was the head coach. But Ridley gave this speech he gave the whole room was like vibrating with energy. And then
he gives good ones.
Dude, and as soon those people, some people like, I shouldn't say some people. Sometimes people get in their own head to say you have something to say and you don't listen to what's going on and you just are waiting for your turn to speak. Dude, Ridley brought everybody up to a level like we're about to go out here and rock. And then Tipton comes out as soon as Ridley got done with his amazing speech. Tipton comes out with, "You fucking bum motherfuckers! If you don't fucking do something, you pieces of," like everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I was like, no, you can't. Okay, that
Tipton quit stealing everybody's glory and just.
Well, here's the thing. No, I wanted to say something because I was pissed. When he started going, I was like, Kyle, it's his today.
Yeah.
Today is his day. I'm like, because I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, I don't feel like everybody else. And then I hear Tipton, "If you don't want to fucking do something, you piece." I'm like, oh, no.
I know. Like,
he still plays, right?
Tipton? I don't think he's playing. I think he's coaching. I don't know, dude. I haven't been there. I thought he was going to play.
He tore his pec off.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw his chest like sunk in.
He got all that shit done I think it went back.
Two times.
Yeah.
2 times. The first time the guy didn't do it right, it started coming loose, got it redone, and like quit playing, and he kept playing.
Well, the problem was, I remember we were working out together back then. I'm like, "Hey, what's up with the thing?" He was like, "Well, I'm not going to rehab." He go to rehab.
Yeah, that's something you got to rehab. I didn't get to rehab my Achilles like I wanted to because I had to go back to work, and I still regret it to this day because I'm not as flexible. I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to go out there and try to do something.
Work on it now, though.
I know, but like my actual wound, the incision is healed to my Achilles because I wore that boot and I just tightened it tight. You know what I mean? And that happens a lot. But I'm just saying, like it takes a lot of flexibility and motion out of it. But I ain't worried about it. I ain't trying to run
Peck off had it bolted back in.
Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't go to. God damn it! Like, fucking crazy bastard.
It sounds horrible, but the way I tore my Achilles, ripping it off your heel bone, is way better than tearing it in half in the middle, apparently. Because all they had, remember, Zim tore his a week and a half before me. He tore his right one, which is worse because you can't drive. I tore my left one a week and a half after him, and I was walking, and this dude was still on crutches because all they had to do to mine was they put a mesh patch over the bottom, stretch that shit out, and put 2 screws into your heel bone through the mesh patch. And that was it, and that's good. And so I was on crutches for 3 weeks, in a boot for 3 weeks, and then back to work. I would have been back to work after crutches, but they wouldn't let me like jerry rig, steel toe, boot.
Oh, right.
So you can't come out without steel toes. Man, I really need to go back to work because I was at a job where I got day salary or a monthly salary and a day rate.
Right.
Luckily my company was really cool, who I still work for. They paid me my monthly salary, but no day rate. It was tough. But so for 3 weeks I sat at home in my walking boot. You know, I couldn't do anything. It was tough. But Zim, he was off way longer than me because it was his tore in half. And I remember when he did his, it was like,
I remember that.
And Zim's tough as shit.
Yeah.
And it was like someone shot him. I mean, he was screaming.
Yeah.
It was him I heard it pop. I heard him scream like somebody shot him. I literally was looking around for the shooter. Like, it was crazy.
And his whole thing was explosion, and that's a big part
of it.
Well,
I mean, you could see his whole Achilles. He was so ripped. You know what I mean? Like on mine, they couldn't even tell if it was torn by looking at it because I'm such a fatty. You know what I mean? I told Rich's girlfriend, that's when he was dating, what was her name? Anyway, his girlfriend was at practice. I said, "Hey, call Sonya, see if she can come up here. I'm pretty sure I tore my Achilles." She's like, "Oh no, if you tore your Achilles, it hurt way worse than this." I was like, "I don't know. I feel some numbness back there, And I reached back here, felt this Achilles. I reached back there, there's nothing there. Like, can you call Sonya and see if she come up here? Because my phone's in my truck. And she called, Sonya came up there, laid me on the bench at Goddard Junior High, did some tests. She was like, I think your Achilles is torn. She's like, let's go over to Midland College and let me do some tests. So we drive over there because it's literally across the street. She's like, I'm about 90% sure you tore your Achilles, but the only thing it could be and not be torn Achilles is a dislocated heel, and it feels like your heel's in place, so that's probably not it. So I got an MRI the next day, it's like torn Achilles. But so when they go in there,
for you.
Well, I know, but when they go in there, they're like, they can't tell. They can just tell it's torn. They can see it balled up. They can't tell top, bottom, or whatever. And so luckily, when they got in there, it tore off my heel bone, which sounds worse, but it's a better way to tear it.
Right. Well, it's like attached to something
faster
solid.
healing. Yeah, it's faster healing process and easier to work with in surgery because like Zim being as how tight strong as he was, they had to stretch that shit out, put a mesh patch in the middle, and like stitch it. Yeah. It was tough. It was tough because I did it at practice. That's what pissed me off more than anything.
The reason it's a good thing for you is because you go down, you tear your Achilles, which is like game over. Especially at 34, you were 34?
I was 2012. Hold on.
Yeah, because you came back at 35 and had the best season of your life.
Wasn't the best. It was pretty good.
Man, fuck you. I'm playing I don't know before.
It's pretty. Well, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, Kyle. Believe me, I know. I got the Chronicles. 27 was my best year. That was like right before.
27.
A couple years before.
Oh, 27.
Years old. That was like 2 years before I came to Midland. But as far as my Midland years, that was my best year.
You say that? I think differently because 27, I expect you to play good.
Yeah,
35 after the Achilles eruption. The very next year, like not even a full year off the injury, you come back and fucking pick. You're the
interception queen.
And like someone
I'm just gonna say queen because it sounds better.
Some of them were circle snags and like one-handed snag. I mean, I remember
that game where I had the one in the end zone. That was a 2-pick in a row game.
The one where you caught it one-handed and spun and went up the sideline.
Yeah, that was that was against Clovis.
You caught that ball. I remember you catching that ball and spinning it, and I remember turning to feel like, oh, I'm blocking my motherfucking ass off. Like,
sad thing was, if I would have just ran, like looking back at the film, it ended up being a holding call, so it wouldn't have counted. But if I would have just ran, because I already knew, I caught that on the goal line. I already knew, like, there's no chance on God's green earth that I'm running this back 100 yards for a touchdown. So I was on the 5-yard line coming out, looking for someone to pitch to, and I'm looking at Rich. He's over there trying to block. I'm like, Rich. And by the time he looks, there's 3 guys in between us because they heard me, but Rich's ass didn't hear me. And then I get up there to like the 40, and TJ's right there, and TJ's bigger than me, but faster than me. Yeah. And I pitch it to him, and he's like, oh yeah, and he catches it and literally slips on his first step and falls down.
Carried it.
But it was I could have scored, but it would have got called back anyway. So it was a blessing in disguise because here's what happened, Kyle. They moved it back for the penalty. Offense drove down there and scored. We went back out there. The next offensive play, I didn't even realize this until I watched the film because it was so long in between.
Our next offensive play or theirs?
No, their next offensive play. So our next defensive play, I got a pick. I had 2 picks, back-to-back defensive plays. I swear, I watched the film and I didn't even realize it until I watched the film. I was like, oh shit.
I remember watching that season going, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's supposed to be all fucked up.
I was not going to play again, but I did get to do some rehab. It just wasn't always the right shit. Most of it was the ice tub at Midland College moving. Sonya made me do the alphabet probably 9,000 times with my left foot.
So you say you don't like to be sucky at stuff. Well, you sucked at working out. But to play football again, you had to rehab.
Yeah. No, I wasn't going to play, dude, but I was playing. Before that, I was playing at about 240, 245 every year. When I did all that rehab and did all that, I was at like 235. I was like, dude, I got to play. Like, I feel light on my feet. I'm moving around. Like, I got to play. At least one more year, I got to play. So I knew I was going to play that year. The next year, I wasn't going to play. I kept taking my pads to practice in case someone needed them, and then nobody's asked for showing up to practice. And so next thing I know, I'm playing safety in practice, and TJ's playing tight end, and TJ's big ass, and he runs the seam route, and they throw it to him, and I fucking blast him. I blast him. We're on the grass field at Lee because somebody's on the turf field, and TJ was trying to be like, well, I didn't even know you were back there. Whatever, TJ.
Of course, you got blasted.
Yeah, I got blasted, but he did later in that same practice. They put him at fullback, and he trucked me because he was like 280.
Ooh.
But I mean, I tackled him, but by the time he went down, I was around his ankles.
TJ sucks to hit.
He's a low dude. He's a low.
He's like,
Can you believe that he played? No, can you believe that he played safety in high school?
Yeah, but he looked sexy, bro.
But he was still like 6'3", like 210.
Yeah.
He was bigger than the linebacker in Ohio when he played.
Was he coach for the Georgia?
He's defensive coordinator. He's doing what I used to do. And they got their first shutout in his first game, so we talked all the way back on Sunday.
Good job, TJ.
Good job, TJ. TJ London, shout out.
I know it sucks. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I do want to try one of the drillers? I would love to be a linebacker coach or just a coach.
Yeah, you should be the strength and conditioning coach.
No, because no one will show up.
That's true.
No.
True. It sounded so good when it came out of my mouth, and you were like, yeah, I'm going to get this.
No one's going to show up and pull out weights and shit to feel like, I want my ass off.
But hey, if you just tell them it's practice, and then they show up and you're like, guess what? Practice cancels weight and strength and conditioning.
Man,
you can't leave. You can't leave. Put your phones down. Don't tell anybody.
It'd be fun to be a coach. Because I don't have any urge to play.
It is fun. It is fun, man, because you can really, like, no matter what you think, the stuff you learned playing semi-pro for what, 8, 9 years?
Yeah.
7, 8 years, whatever it was. If you learn some shit, whether you think it or not, you learn some shit that the guys that are playing right now don't know.
Yeah.
You can teach them some stuff. Whether you think you know football or not, you can teach them some stuff. Like, you go out there and start coaching and you see them doing it, and you're like, oh, yeah, hey, you need to do this. Yeah, I mean, it comes back to you. It's crazy.
I was a kid. The way I played was
reckless abandon, just running around and running the shit.
Yeah, but I would always try to be where I'm supposed to be. I'm always
good at that. But
do my job, and then came in my area, whatever it took to get the job done.
But what's good about that is, and it wasn't always me. Like, we always had good coaches. Like, somebody told you where you needed to be. Mm-hmm. There's so many teams like on the semi-pro level that like, I just need the best semi-pro linebacker that's in the DFW. I just need him. So they get him and not teach him anything. That's, hey, just show up to the game. You can play. That's great. He can play linebacker. Great. But if he don't know what everybody else is doing, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like, everybody has to be on the same page or it doesn't matter.
The problem is that guy makes what do you get, 30 plays in a defensive. That's a lot.
In a game? No, more than that. Well, I played a game in high school when we just used to run everyone used to run the high. We played like 78 games. I mean, it's probably around 70 to 80 a game.
And then those 70, 80 plays, that guy's probably going to get 3 to maybe 4 like big plays because he's freelancing.
Yeah.
But he is going to fuck up.
He's going to have 10 times more mess ups.
Oh, he's going to.
But half the time his mess ups are going to look like someone else's mess up. That's what sucks about it. It's like the Warriors touchdown. Everybody on God's green earth that was at that game thought Zim messed up.
Yeah, but it's not Zim's fault.
Yeah, it wasn't Zim's fault. He was trying to recover at the last minute. They just see one guy chasing a guy, and they think, oh, he messed up.
When I turned my right and I saw Rich, my level, I was like,
yeah. That's all right. Rich is good. No.
Rich can play.
Rich can play. Hey, everyone makes a mistake. It's just the worst time to make it. That's it.
And he's still playing. Rich is still playing.
Rich is still balling.
He's going to play probably till it's said and done.
No, Rich is going to play till he's 50. That's what them young skinny dudes can do.
Yeah, man. I just don't have the. But once they put the effort into the game, El Paso and working, and
those El Paso trips are probably what pushed me over the edge to retire.
Dude, you know,
but think about it. If we lived in Dallas, like some of those teams, and they like 45 minutes long this game, we'd play till we're 50.
Well, I would get off work at like 2. I would drive I'd get off work and get in my work truck, me and my personal truck, and haul ass. And barely make it like right before it was time. I'd be putting my shit on people right at their stretch. You remember? And then I would play all day.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would be beat the fuck up. And then I'd drive home all night long until 4 in the morning and be back at work at 6 a.m.
Get some more fresh goods there now.
Oh, that's good, baby. Oh, man.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Oh, man. I'm not 40.
I know, but I am. Hey, we were supposed to go to Mexico. Do you remember when all that went down with Mike Gundy, the coach of Oklahoma State, when he was like defending his player? He was like, come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I already had it out. Ben was going to make me a tank top and do all this stuff. We were supposed to go to Mexico with a couple. Adrian's friend was turning 30. And that just shows you how old we are. I was turning 40. Her friend was turning 30. We were going to go to Mexico, but we ended up canceling the trip for some reason. The whole group did. But I was like, never mind, Ben. You don't have to make me that tank top. I was literally going to walk around Mexico where nobody knew what that meant.
Oh, man.
It was going to be because Mike Gundy had a mullet. It was going to be a silhouette of Mike Gundy's mullet in his head, like a side shot, just black, on an orange tank top, and say, I'm a man, I'm 40.
You should still get that shirt.
I think I'm going to get it and just wear it the rest of the year. I got till August.
How did it feel turning 40?
But seriously, if you're 41, you're still 40, right?
How did it feel turning 40?
It felt fine.
Here's the deal. I like aging.
Here's the deal. My mom just turned 60. I remember because my mom's birthday is November 30th, but she always turns 20 years older than me. So my birthday's August. I turned 40, she turned 60. She said, man.
Well, I can tell you a story. I have to pee. I can't hold it.
Okay. I'll tell my story.
I tell her.
She's like, I never felt old. I never felt old when I turned 50. I never felt old when I turned 40, 50, whatever. She said it finally hit me. I felt old when my baby turned 40. I was like, yeah, that probably made me feel old too. Anyway, KB is on a potty break. It's a pit stop timeout. Hey, we need all 5 listeners to stay on. Please don't leave us. We got so much going on right now. Shout out Russell Anderson. Even though you had to move away. I still love you, Russell Anderson. Country, even though you're practicing with the Vipers, acting like it's not a big deal. We still love you.
Is the prize still going on?
As far as I know.
Here's what I'm wondering. Because the Pride's owners, that's how they make their living. How long is that sustainable?
Man.
2 teams especially.
I mean, it's not this team, this town, or even these towns. I don't know, it's not a metropolitan area. This area, it's big. Permian Basin is big. It's still not built for 2 teams. Not unless one's in Odessa and one's in Midland. And we all know with that pissing contest, that's never going to happen. Everybody wants to be in Midland. We're not going to Odessa. We've been here. The other people that have been coaching.
Bro, we're no longer affiliated with it.
I know I'm still affiliated. That's still some ownership. Like, I'm still affiliated. I'm still affiliated. I'm just not.
You still get the free tickets in the box. See, you walk up in that thing.
I got a free pass. Dude. It would basically be like Emmitt Smith showing up to the Cowboys game and not letting me in. Like, that shit ain't happening.
So if 33 showed up with his jersey, mine's just hanging out. And when it gets to that,
just go through the player gate, bro. They'll let you in.
Just make it 33.
Yeah, just make sure it's home game.
I wonder who wears 33 now.
Don't try to do an away game.
I didn't think about that though. Who wears?
I was already thinking because even me, as prideful as I am,
done, right? You retired.
I left 11 in the box, but TJ knows you can't wear 11 unless you're a baller. So if I show up in some scrubs wearing 11, we'll run on the field and I will rip that jersey off of him.
I don't know how TJ feels about me, but hopefully he don't let 33 get put on nobody.
I mean,
that's
the problem with us having eligible numbers, Kyle. They may just give it to whoever just because it's eligible. Sorry, this is our 3rd string running back. He's gonna have to wear 33 today. I'm probably gonna have a 4th string quarterback wearing my number here in a couple years. I'll be sad.
But I'll tell you right now.
Hey, I used to go back to my high school games, like, because that was a big deal in high school. Like, when you got moved up to varsity, you picked the number of the guy you looked up to or whatever. It could have been the number you had forever, but like, if this dude played the same position, this is how it was at my high school. You wanted the number of the best player at your position to play before you. You're like, I'm going to rep it, and then after that, he's going to rep it. And so, I can say this because this dude ain't on Facebook. So I had 34 since I was in like 8th grade because of Bo Jackson. That's why I wore 34. I loved it. Then I played fullback and linebacker, but Bo Jackson was the best player back then when I was young, junior high and elementary. So I started wearing 34. So I wore it, and the guy that wore it before me was good. So it was cool. Same position, he was good. And then the year after I graduated, the next kid that wore it was awesome. He's an all-state linebacker. He's badass. The next year, the kid was like a backup, never played. I went to one of the games. I'm like, this is bullshit. I don't like it. I'm going to talk to the coach about this. I don't like it. Took 2 seasons because the kid was too. So the kid that was all-state wore it for 2 seasons. He was good. But then after that, it was one night cracker. I was like, God. I just quit following it after that.
I see, from 7th grade to senior year, I wore a different number every year.
But Clayton's repping that 34.
Yeah, I see.
That was my high school number, 34.
Good, though.
Yeah, Clayton's repping it.
Clayton looks good in uniform, by the way. Like, he pulled it off.
He's definitely passed the eye test.
He looked good, yeah.
He looks good.
But I didn't have a solid number until the Drillers. I picked 33 because of James Leonidas, because he plays the same line I do. He doesn't like. He'll hit you hard.
What'd you say?
James Laurinaitis.
Oh, I think it's Johnny Unitas.
At Ohio State, he wore
James Laurinaitis was a beast. His dad, the animal.
Well, he wore 33 to Ohio State.
How was that guy not still in the league? He was so good.
Probably said, "Fuck, I got enough money now."
Yeah,
he was not stupid either.
He was probably good.
But he was a tackling machine.
Oh yeah. And Zach Thomas, same way.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember when I was younger growing up, I was like, yeah, it's cool to make the big blaster hits, but I always noticed, like, I always watched the guys that were always in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis
he's the best linebacker ever. Best linebacker ever. Because you know me, I'm a Steelers fan, so I gotta hate the Ravens. Ray Lewis, best linebacker ever.
And then Kevin Green.
Kevin Green. There's so many. There's so many.
My favorite is Kevin Green because the relentless pursuit that guy.
Oh no, I got his picture hanging up in my man cave / Clayton's room.
The way I played was off of guys like that. And
what I like about Ray Lewis is obviously I was never like as jacked as that dude. Ray Lewis was actually an undersized linebacker when he got in the game. Now, don't get it twisted because he played for 15, 16 years and he was kind of diesel. But I'm saying when he got to Miami, dude was like 185 pounds.
Yeah.
They didn't even want him there. They're like, I guess you did pretty good. He got the last scholarship they got because they're like, hey, you're a tackling machine. You're a little bitty mother effer. You know what I mean? Like, and then next thing you know, All American, first round, second round draft pick. Oh, dude, he's a beast. Obviously, I'm nowhere on Ray Lewis's level at all. But like compared to pro to semi-pro, I feel like the semi-pro Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis like hit everybody. They didn't want to run across the middle when he was in there. That's how I wanted to be. Like they thought they could outrun you to the sideline. I was gonna catch you and you're gonna be surprised. That's how I wanted to be. You know what I mean? I love Ray Lewis. And when I do finally have my man cave, I'm gonna have all these Steelers pictures. I'm gonna have Ray Lewis right in the middle of that.
That's the greatest of all time.
Love that dude.
That's the reason I try to play. I always try to make sure. I remember Zim told me, he's like, you're always within 10 yards of the ball. I always try to be.
Hustle beats effort beats talent every time.
All of my cool plays, like the ones that are cool pictures and cool plays.
Hustle plays.
Because the guys running.
How many times it's hard for me to watch now, and I watch it a lot on film with us, and sometimes I was guilty of it because I was gassed. But if I looked and I knew like there's no way. I have a pretty good computer in my head. Like there's no way I can help when I play. Yeah. But I'll see guys do it where they're still in the play, and that actually drives me crazy.
And I would be like, I always tell myself, you don't stop running until they cross the end zone.
Yeah. And TJ said they had the issue with the first game. He said, first thing we're going to start doing this week, pursuit drill. That's what he said. He said because guys, like I've never seen so many guys showing that there's going to be a different drillers team this year because there's so many guys that play from out of town. We got players from Amarillo, from Abilene, from San Angelo, from obviously Big Spring, which is, we got as many players from Big Spring as we do from Midland, Odessa anymore, Rook and all them boys. But I'm just saying, like, he's got players coming from everywhere, like gamers. So, like, if you got a gamer type team, you have to take a different type of approach. Best player plays. I mean, that's how it is. If you're not having 20, 30 people at practice, then when you show up to the game, best player plays. Yep. You know, who's my best player? But he says, I had a lot of trouble with pursuit. So he's like, we're going to do pursuit drill. So it's a hustle thing.
I think though is even if you don't, because you can't practice them a lot.
But if you don't have depth, people don't hustle because they're trying to save yourself for the next play. If there's a play that looks out of sight, they're like, I got to save myself. I know I got to play. I know I have to play every defensive down in this game.
Hardball, don't stop. Don't stop. Suck it up.
How many good plays are made when, like, right at the end of a play when the guy thought he wasn't going to be in the play?
Dude, you know how many plays I play like this?
How many interceptions do you think a middle linebacker gets by hustling to the play?
Oh.
Middle linebackers ain't supposed to get picks.
You remember the Falcons play? We played with the Falcons. That dude was killing us. And it was a big time play too. He broke. We did not even score a touchdown. He broke. He had to shake. Like he goes, I was opposite side of the field. He goes on the other side of the sideline. He shakes. And what slows him up is the fact that he's having to avoid a few guys. Yeah. I come from the other side and I'm weaving. Remember? This is that video. I'm like, you're laughing at me. I'm full
tilt. Dawkins, full out.
Full tilt boogie run.
run.
And I'm like, arm straight in the air like this. And I'm weaving through. And I'm like, on him. Yeah. And he eventually opens up out of the fucking crowd of people.
Sometimes you get your biggest hits on those plays.
But you can see.
They don't think anybody's coming.
Yeah, well, you can see when he opens up. But he passes the last guy. He just doesn't see me in my angle. I'm kind of like in his blind spot. Yeah. He goes, you can see him like, I'm about to turn off. But
he's about to start taunting.
I just come out of nowhere and just fucking fly and get it. And I remember tackling him and getting up and going like, wow, how did I catch that guy?
Yeah. He looked so much faster.
He looked at me like, That's what you catch me.
But just think, if they gotta juke one guy, that automatically shaving 2 or 3 tenths.
I just tried to 18
so it really doesn't
yards.
matter.
I just tried to 18 yards.
But it felt like slow motion, super. You know what I mean? Like that's what people don't understand. If this guy's hustling and gets to the sideline, makes him come back, all the other guys that are hustling are going to make the play. It's a team hustle deal. And as much as I hate to say it, because I hate the Cowboys, I don't hate the Cowboys as much as the Cowboys fans. God, they drive me nuts. That's what we were talking about earlier about Zach Brown. I'm not even on Zach Brown's Facebook anymore because he's so damn annoying with the Cowboys. I'm like, mute, unfollow, whatever you got to do. I like Zach Brown, but I don't like Zach Brown's Facebook. I got too many Cowboys fans on my Facebook, which I get it. Y'all should be proud. I mean, my team has a better record than y'all's team, and right now y'all's team's playing way better. Like I would rather be a Cowboys fan than a Steelers fan right now as far as how the teams are playing at the time they're playing it. But I'm hardcore, so I ain't like that. But it just drives me crazy, bro. It drives me crazy.
What I don't understand about a lot of Cowboys, just sports fans in general, but Cowboys fans because we're in the area, it should be fun. Like it should be like something you watch and enjoy yourself. You shouldn't be like these people go home if they lose Sunday. Yeah, their whole week's fucked up because of the Cowboys.
I'm telling you right now, football's being ruined by the fans, not just the rules and all that. Like so Adrian graduated from Tech. So I'm a big guy. Like I root for all the like when I grew up in high school, I rooted for all the Texas schools because I was more like I follow the players.
Right? Yeah.
I follow the players from Texas, especially when you get in the NFL. I follow the players. So it's not graduate. I didn't graduate from college, but I went to WT. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, yeah, my school's West Texas A&M. I get to watch them on TV so much. Yeah. Even though I went there for a year and a half, but I'm just saying like you want a school to root for. I root for all the Texas schools, but obviously my wife roots for the Steelers because of me. So I root for Tech because of her. But it's hard because I was a defensive player and they never played defense very good until the last few years. And now that's out the window. We're going to get rid of that guy because the offensive coach got to go. So
I would have kept that shit.
I would have kept that guy. No, Kingsbury's out. So everyone wins.
He's a hot one, right? He's the one all the girls.
That's what the ladies say.
Right.
Now he's offensive coordinator at USC, which is probably a better fit for him with his Ray-Bans and all that. Yeah. Anyway, so they hired a coach from Utah State, which is like polar opposite of Cliff Kingsbury. You're going from Utah State to from Kingsbury, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's hard to watch them play because they're offensive and they don't really give a shit about defense. It's hard for me, so I rooted for them. But I'm just saying, like, that's how I feel sometimes how the fans are. Like, you just got to root for your team no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with the Cowboys fans, here's what drives me. It's not the Cowboys that drives me crazy. It's a little bit of Jerry Jones. I wish he'd just hire a coach and let the coach coach. Bill Parcells is one of the best coaches he's ever had. Don't get me wrong. Tom Landry, #1. Jimmy Johnson was good too. Bill Parcells was a hell of a coach, but here's what Jerry Jones realized when he hired Bill Parcells after a couple of years. He's like, damn, this guy's not letting me just ramrod him and tell him what to do. Bill Parcells was like, let me coach or get rid of me. And Jerry Jones was like, well, I'm going to get rid of you because I know way more about football than you do because I played left guard for Arkansas in 1962. Dude, I'm like,
I'll say the same thing I said about the Raiders, and I was right. The Cowboys won't get better until he dies. And the Raiders won't get better until I do.
They could be fine if you would just hire a general manager and let him hire the coach, and you just be a spectator and cash checks.
He's a rich guy that sees a Ferrari driving around in the college football world. He's like, look at that Ferrari.
Yeah.
You see that Ferrari?
But yeah.
Let's pay that Ferrari.
But here's the problem. Jerry Jones played football at Arkansas. He was like a 210-pound guard, which is awesome. But he's so old school. He's like one of these Arkansas guys. Like he wanted Derek McFadden so bad because he played in Arkansas. He's like, we're getting Derek McFadden. Watch this. He's gonna be a beast. It's horrible. It's the end of his career is over. The Raiders got all his good years. I'm like, pride, and all that can't be a part of it. Yeah. It's business. They always want to make it about business, but then they want to make it personal.
McFadden was such a better player. He got placed.
I watched McFadden.
When he first got put in the league, he's got put in the bad.
Went to the Raiders, dude. But here's what I'm saying right now. And James Jones said it. The ex-Packers receiver, who's a analyst now. He's like, right now the Cowboys are playing harder than anybody because they're like on the fence. You know, they were on the fence. Like they're leading their division right now, but literally watching them play, Leighton Vander Esch looks like Brian Urlacher reincarnated You should see the linebacker they got, dude. They got a rookie from Boise State, 6'4".
I think I've seen that guy.
Dude, he's a beast. He's like
he took Sean Lee's spot.
I mean, I guess.
He's kind of a stockier dude.
Yeah, no, he's tall, long, white dude. I mean, he's stocky, but he's tall. He's like 6'4".
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah. But anyway, dude, Urlacher reincarnated. I'm telling you, this dude's like Urlacher. Watch him play. He's an athlete. He's sideline to sideline. He's a hustle machine. You don't think he is because he's big, but he is. He's a beast. And now they're like, Jerry Jones said, Sean Lee's coming back off injury. He's starting over Leighton Vander Esch. It's Sean Lee's job. He's starting. No, the dude is killing it, and your team is on just leave it as it is. Sean Lee's a beast, but he's just like Ryan Shazier. They're small. The reason they're good at their position because they're small and fast. The reason they're always hurt is because they're small and fast. Their safeties playing linebacker. You put some bigger pads and put a 50 number on them, they look bigger. Yeah. I guarantee if you put a 20 number on either one of these, they look like safeties. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't even be able to tell.
Look at the safety.
It's all about the numbers. Put the numbers on. Put a jersey on with a 20, and no one would know that was a linebacker.
Viking safety number 22. I watched him play college. He's a big guy. He's a big guy, but he can play linebacker. But he's a safety, and he's
Harrison.
He's a vicious. He's a beast. So you put
he could play linebacker, but he's a safety.
But Sean Lee's safety, he's as successful, I think.
If you put Harrison, who you're talking about, 50 number on him, he looks like a linebacker. But he looks like a linebacker because so people watch on TV don't know. He's safety size. That's what I'm saying.
Deal with the big guys.
That's the thing. Sean Lee, they should just run these defenses where they have a hybrid guy and let guys like Sean Lee and Shazier play both, like Polamalu did. You know what I mean? Polamalu spent more time in the box than he did out of it.
I think,
and he's in the Hall of Fame. So
yeah, he was a fucking freak.
I'm just saying he was a 5'9" linebacker basically.
Oh yeah, and
5'10", whatever you are.
When you play safety, you can avoid a lot of impact because you don't have to deal with all the bullshit. Lanes are picked out.
You can aim at knees and stuff like that when they're dodging tackles.
Well, the play's developed enough that by the time you're there,
I was drinking yours. I was supposed to be making you a drink. I was drinking yours.
Here's Fresca. Really good.
It's pretty nice.
Is it just what is Fresca again?
It's zero calories, dude.
What sugars?
No, 0 calories. That's all I heard.
I see 1 carb.
Not bad, dude. I promise. Put some Fresca in that and drink it.
It was the last one was
alright. So this is my turn for potty break.
Bathroom break. I couldn't make it, man.
But save the Polamalu talk from when I get back.
It was usually I make it, but I was like it hit me at the time of bricks right there. I was like, I'm like just a head. It's Fresca. It's ridiculous. It's apple crown on the Fresca. It's just like great. I don't know why, but Heetland's the only guy I talk football with. Otherwise, I mean, anymore I don't give a fuck. It's getting boring because you get hit and there's too much, politics involved, and it's more like a drama show than it is. I mean, NFL's like the Housewives of like a shitload of dudes that make millions with like the whole kneeling thing. It's like, okay, we get it. Like, fuck. And just anytime someone's in trouble, it's everywhere. It's more about what they're doing outside the field than what they do on the field anymore. Like, you turn on, what's that, Shannon Sharp and Cliff, or Skip, whatever his last name is. I'm a Broncos fan until I die, and I can't stand Shannon Sharp anymore. I can't stand Skip Bayless. Is it Bayless? Something like that? Because it's like they're experts in everything. When they talk about fighting and boxing and MMA, they're experts. When they talk about football, they're experts. Of course, they're football experts, but they bring it's way more than just football. I want to hear them talk about football, not about the knee and about all the other bullshit going on outside the game. I want to talk about football. Back. Was that a strong piss?
It was a strong one.
Was it the ones that you ever hear yourself piss now when you're a little kid? You hear a grown man piss, you're like, I want my piece like that.
You're like, man, that guy's really getting down over there. That's a man. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I said it. I'm 40.
I'm a man.
I'm 30. I'll be 34 in June.
He's just a baby.
Dude, I'm a baby.
I mean, if as long as I don't take my hat off, nobody ever believes I'm 40. But when they see my bald spot, they're like, yeah.
You have the best fucking saying for going bald. That shit, years ago, you told me. What did you say?
The song. It was a rap song.
I'm sorry. It was
I'm my boss pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing.
Yeah, I lost my shit.
I had to pull something out.
I want to make that shirt.
It's a sad day, bro. It's a sad day because
shave it.
I'm just saying. No, I agree, but I have a dome, Kyle. Let me just show you pictures. I just want you to
wear a size 8 hat.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. No, my head's bigger than yours, son. You gave me a Steelers hat because it was too. You gave me a Steelers hat because it was too.
Your head probably is bigger because your neck's ridiculous.
It just doesn't look as big because of the proportion. It's pretty close.
It's pretty good. It's a good fit.
Yours is longer. Mine is like
yours is fatter.
Round.
Yeah, round.
I say round, not fat.
What's funny is I'm always filming myself and shit doing edits.
Dude, let me just show you this. I saw these popped up on Facebook the other day. This was me my senior year. I sent that to Clayton today, and I was like, I know you look a lot like your mama.
Shit!
I was like, I know you look a lot like your mama, but you look like your daddy too.
Do you look the same?
Huh? I don't even look like that. Looks like my grandchild.
That's there's a little. That's unreal, bro.
It's not even showing up. That's weird.
It's a delay.
It's a little delay. Dude, I'm telling you. I had hair and a neck. It was like the craziest thing ever.
I see why you made Clayton though.
So that looks like Clayton a lot. Clayton looks a lot like his mom,
but I see why you made Clayton. Like if I was a chick, bro, you get the middle neck. You're still like sitting there tight though.
Dude,
you look just like Clayton.
Dude, that's about 181 pounds dripping wet right there. 6'1", 180.
How much Clayton weigh? 200 pounds?
No, bro. So get this.
He's what, 6'4"?
No, let me just tell you. Let's get on Clayton for a minute here. Let's get a little Clayton sidetrack here. So, Clayton got invited to Abilene Christian, the D1 AA, which is the biggest school that's even shown interest in him, which is cool because, I mean, obviously he's not a burner by any means. He kind of plays receiver, but he's kind of a tight end. I mean, he's a tweener. You know what I mean? Like, are you a receiver or are you how big? He's big. He's height of a tight end. Stature of a receiver, speed of a tight end.
You know I'm wondering for him the whole time since I met the little kid. When he was a little kid, I could realize he's going to be. Remember we did the hand?
Yeah, the hands thing.
Oh, he's going to be huge.
Yeah,
I knew he was going to be huge.
Yeah.
You know, do you remember when I told him forever?
DN. Oh, dude, I'm telling you. Well, this was crazy, and this is no knock on the coaches because I love Clayton's coaches.
But he's lying.
So, but hey, here's the deal too, though. You know what's the coolest thing about coaching? I was just thinking about this a while ago. Coolest thing about the coaching world is many people that are out there coaching. It's the smallest world. It's a small world. So, Coach SB, coached at Midland High forever. Coach Jerry Don, Coach D. Zach. He was a baseball coach and football coach. Coach Country, Coach Rich, Coach all these dudes. He's been Clayton's coach in high school since he's the D-line coach. He's been coaching Clayton since he was a freshman.
That's crazy.
Awesome, dude. So I took Country to a game. I took Jerry Don to a game this year. I was like, you got to come talk to Coach Espy. Jerry Don already knew. Country didn't know. I was like, you didn't know? I thought I told you Coach Espy. He's like, no, I didn't even know that. I was like, yeah, that's his son right there. He's a junior. He's like, that's his son because, of course, his son was like a little kid. Like, it's crazy. Coaching world is so small. Coach Espy, best dude in the world. He's been coaching Clayton like kind of all the way through high school. Obviously, their head coach and stuff is varsity, so he don't have as much to do with the young kids. But Coach SB, like, awesome coach. Coach Reynolds, all these coaches that Coach Clayton, awesome coaches, man. That's one thing I'll say about Bushland. Small school, but as far as, like, compared to other 3A schools, they get coaching like 5A schools. Like, there's some high quality. Like, they're getting top technique. They get coached up. Like, they get their money's worth. You know what I mean? But, what I was going to say about Clayton, so we take him, so he gets invited to a visit, to unofficial visit, because you only get so many official visits. So unofficial visit to Abilene Christian, D1 AA, which is like, Abilene Christian is a private school. Yeah. Awesome school, but it's costs as much as like TCU, not as much as SMU, but I mean, it's up there. Yeah. It's private school, it's expensive.
10, 15 grand.
So I'm like, man, this would be awesome. Like, good degree and all this stuff. I mean, it's going to cost some money if you don't get a full ride or whatever, but they invite him for an unofficial visit, and we go, and Clayton loves it. I mean, he's eating it up. He loves it. I love it. I'm like, I love it for him. I'm like, this is awesome. And the coach, so it's funny, it felt kind of like a tryout, but it was a visit at a game. But if you're visiting for the game, so you go in, you sign in, you check in, like, okay. First thing you just walk down this hall, they put you on the scales. Clayton gets on the scales, and it's like 182. I'm like, dang, what the hell, Clayton? Because you weighed more than that when the season started, but obviously you've been playing the season all along. Yeah. Whatever. So
all weight's a bitch for him.
182. So they do his height. They got him at like 6'5" and a half, 6'5" and 3/4. I mean, he's not 6'6". You list him at 6'6" because he's over 6'5". Right. You know what I mean? He's not 6'6", but he's over 6'5". And so coaches are kind of like, the two strength coaches are the ones doing the height and weight. Well, the receiver coach is the one that met us and was like, hey, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Really nice guy, Coach Gent, awesome dude. Anyway, so they're kind of like, you know, height and weight, they're not just super impressed. And they do his wingspan, and then the wingspan's like 78.5 inches. And even the coach just writing it down. It's like the DB coach, he's like, damn. Like, all the coaches are like, what'd you say? 78.5 inches? Oh, yeah. Okay. They were pretty interested in that, so that made me feel pretty good. I was like, okay. Yeah, maybe. So you can obviously, you can shave, you know, 7 or 8 inches off your vertical, and it's not a big deal when you got 78-inch wingspan. Yeah, it's a pretty big target for a quarterback. Wow. So, but that school still uses tight ends and receivers. So
big hands.
It helps for him because he's kind of a tweener. But what I was going to say earlier is he didn't play really too much defense this year at all, except in one of the preseason games, which they were playing Brownfield. They weren't real good, so not like a real big measuring stick. But he played 7 or 8 plays and had a sack, a tackle for loss, a couple batted balls. Like, looked good on defense. Obviously, he's not just going to overpower anybody. It's just the length and range, you know what I mean? But
you go over speed, get a
But I'll tell you what, T.J. Watt and J.J. Watt both went to college as tight ends. I'm just saying.
And if you see a picture of J.J. Watt in college, he looks just like your son.
They both went to college as tight ends. I'm just saying.
Just like your son. And colleges get that good shit. Good food, good training, good whatever else they get. Whatever else they get. I don't give a fuck. I truly believe that all athletes should be able to take them just for durability purposes, because for a long period of a year, they have to put their bodies through some tremendous punishment, and without anabolic steroids, recovery is going to be a motherfucker. So
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't give a fuck. I'm dead serious. I think they should just let all the fighters take all the juice. They should not all year long, but during season. Why should it not be on when it's going to help them recover and maintain and play the best throughout the season, and then they can post cycle after season? Why would you not let that happen? That's so stupid.
Here's what I don't understand. So guys like Roger Clemens and all these
legalize certain testosterone, legalize Boldenon, legalize certain kinds of things that are going to benefit athletes and help them get through a season healthy.
But yeah, as long as it's not a
no fuck for
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Everybody
no. Like you saying legalizing, so I was going to say as long as it's not in illegal competitive events.
As long as everybody's allowed to take
it. But here's what I was going to say. Here's why I look at it. Like, I hate how baseball gets so hyped up about when they think somebody's taking something. Here's the problem with baseball. They pay everyone so damn much money. Kyle, okay, it'll be like this, Kyle. It'd be like me saying, okay, I'm going to hire you to work as a derrick hand, whatever, in the oil field, and I'm going to pay you $400,000 a year to be a derrick hand, which is obviously an absurd number.
Ridiculous.
But you need to keep your weight between 208, 209 pounds and this much body fat, blah, 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 blah. Or we're going to replace you with somebody younger, faster, and stronger than you. And you're going to go to a job where you make $15 an hour. But there's drugs out there that will keep you in that frame.
For 10 years.
That will cost you $2,000, $3,000 a year. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're paying them so much damn money.
They can provide you with for free.
Yeah. No, but they're paying these baseball players so much money. Like Roger Clemens, I don't know what this dude did. I don't know what he did and what he didn't do. But I'm just saying, if I played baseball for 10 years and I made an average of $2 million a year, and you told me if I could take this steroid and it was going to make me play for 5 more years, I would take it.
Well, here's the thing.
It's the amount of money you're paying these guys to do this. I'm not saying it's y'all's fault and not their fault, but I'm just saying, like, you're going to do whatever you got to do to stay in the game.
And they're saying, well, it's damaging to their body, their life. Well, beating the dog shit out of themselves for 10 years is damaging.
Play a game every day.
It's going to wear body parts out. So if you're going to have a drug that's going to... And what you do is, like, let them take X amount of this drug. But it helps them perform, it helps them recover, it helps them live a longer, better life. Because it's proven, like, testosterone replacement is definitely something that is going to improve your life. They don't give you tons of it. You know, it's enough to carry a level that's optimal for your age and your health. If you go to a doctor and have them take care of it, then that's what's going to be taken care of. These people go to the pros. I mean, they have the best doctors in the world.
Yeah.
They get every kind of painkiller in the world.
I mean, just like
they get Tylenol and all this other shit to kill them. And then so why not give them something that's actually going to help them?
Yeah. Even doing it legally though, James Harrison when he played for the Steelers.
James Harrison was on steroids.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, I'm sure he did
He's a genetic fucking freak.
He's a freak, but I'm sure he did some stuff, Kyle. But here's what I'm saying: like he put it all out there. Everyone's blasting the dude because he went and played for the Steelers for for the Patriots for like 4 games. That end of that 1 year, Steelers cut him. Patriots signed him. He played for like 4 games. They lost in the playoffs. Didn't matter. I was only going to be mad if he won the Super Bowl with him. Right. Other than that, I'm like, do you? Whatever. I was mad at first, but as soon as they lost, I was like, fuck it. It's cool. We're cool. I was like, we're cool. It's business. We're cool. I just didn't want you to win a Super Bowl with them assholes. That was really how I looked at it. I'm not going to lie. But even now, like, he got interviewed when he went back for, like, the Steelers last home game. They had, like, a big reunion for the last Super Bowl win. So they had all the players back. He came back. He still lives in Pittsburgh. He never left Pittsburgh. Played for New England. He lived in Pittsburgh. But I remember, like, when he was on top of his game, even the last year he was there and went to New England, he said, I spend over $300,000 a year on acupuncture, personal trainers, this, that. He goes, I have to do that to still be able to play at 38, 39 years old. I get it. That's what you got to do to still get that money because he goes, so what's your biggest fear? He goes, being able to pay for this shit when I quit playing. Because he wants to keep doing it. He wants to feel good. He's like, being able to pay for this because I want to keep doing it. That's crazy.
Well, you know what he can do. Let's say he's not. Let's say maybe he's an Aaron Leonard, maybe he's a Chad Thompson, maybe he's just that.
Shout out, love them, dude.
Because he's not super like veiny. He's not super like shredded. He's just a big, really. I mean, he's
big, thick.
He's ripped. I'm sure.
But he's only like 5'11". They listen to like 6'1". This dude is not 6'1".
So
he's built like a run. He's built like a Earl Campbell. He's just thick, big legs, big body, big.
So let's just say he gets out of the league and he has to maintain $300,000 a year.
Change the way you work out.
Well, if he's not on nothing, guess what, bud?
You're not gonna have to maintain.
You can get a TRT, $100 a month if you had no insurance. At the $100 a month, $100 a vial, which is 10 weeks.
TRT, what's that?
Testosterone replacement therapy.
HRT. Where they sell that at?
Doctor. You can easily go there. I've been telling all my friends.
I need to talk to my doctor because my shit's way more expensive than that.
It should be $100 a vial without insurance.
Mine's like, a vial? For how?
10 weeks.
So my 10-week stuff is $174. It's 20 weeks because it's 10 therapies. So it's every other week. So it's
wait. You go every other week?
Every other week.
So they stick it
every other week. Yeah.
Okay, I do it myself.
No, I'm just talking about the prescription, not what they charge to stick me.
But you go.
My wife's scared to do it. She don't want to do it. Nah, I just go to it. She don't want to do it. I was like, just let me do it.
I do it myself, bro. I never had nobody do it.
I probably will. I'll probably try to do that pretty soon.
And
I'm gonna go for a little while just to make sure I'm doing it right. But no, dude, I pay $174 for 20 weeks worth. So it's 10 injections.
That's good. 10 injections. Wait. How much is it?
Every other week.
How many? What's you getting every other week? 2 cc's?
I'll have to check. No, I'm like half of what you're doing, dude.
1 mil. No, I do 1 mil a week.
No, because we talked about it last time, and you said I was a half of what you were doing.
Yeah, but I do like 1 mil a week ain't shit. Like, you should just do 1 mil a week. What's your testosterone levels you say that?
Well, when I got tested and all that, it was at like 220. After I did it for like 3/4 of that, and they tested me on a between week, it was like 550.
Yeah, dude. I went in on my last time I went and got checked. I go in at the day before so my lowest point.
So I did. He goes when he tested me when he did my blood work last night. He's like, "When's the last time you got an injection?" I was like, "Last week." He said, "That's good. It's perfect." It was right in between. I was in between shots.
Yeah, man. I would just think you'd do it full. I don't mind to be.
But I don't want more until I start working out because I ain't been doing shit.
And me and my doctor keep mine around 1,000.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
I'm like 560.
On the day before I pinned, so it's at my lowest point, it was at 700 and something.
That was after you've been taking some or not?
After I
was about to say, damn, that's pretty good. Honestly, I was surprised. And I know diet and all that has a lot to do with it. So much what we put in our bodies has to do with that. It kind of makes me sad. It kind of makes me sad because I know my grandpa. My grandpa was like 5'3", maybe 155 pounds. and had these huge rocked up biceps, like he could flex and it would almost be touching his hand. Like he was just, he was scrawny, like this little old Irish boxer. That's what he looked like. And he was healthy till the day he died because he ate good. He didn't eat fast food. He didn't do all this shit. He didn't do any of this shit. I mean, he would drink a couple beers and do this and that, but when my grandma cooked, he ate at home. Dude would eat a bowl of beans and just have like a half a raw onion and be eating it while he's eating beans. And it was the most disgusting thing I ever saw. But the dude was healthy. He had a full head of hair. I ain't got no hair. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I think they were doing it right. It's
100% diet.
Diet has so much to do with it, and people don't even realize.
It's the biggest part. Fuck your
exercise. The biggest part of everything. Everything. Blood pressure.
Yeah.
Weight, everything. It has so much to do with everything. But people are so lazy. We're like, oh, we're busy. We're just going to do this because we're busy.
Everybody's, man, I make sure you get to the gym. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. Like, let's say you go every day.
What are you going to do before you get to the gym?
Well, let's say you go every day for an hour. What did you do before and what did you do after? What did you eat? Dude, that's the biggest part.
Yeah,
my mom was 50 years old.
That's the hardest speed for people to phase out or control.
My mom said she had a six-pack since she was 50 years old and she never worked out a day in her life.
I believe it. I've seen your mom.
So, I mean, genetics has a lot to do with genetics.
No, genetics has a lot to do with it.
We did, both my grandmas are 91. One grandma was 91 and she could literally run so fast she probably did loop around. She's 100 mile an hour. The other one's she started to have back issues, but she's 91. And we look back and they did it. My parents did 23andMe. Back in the 1600s, my family members lived into the 90s.
I kind of want to do that. I mean, obviously you don't have to do it as much as your parents did, but you kind of want to do it. Like, I kind of want to do it.
Oh, yeah. It's your friend.
I want to do it because my dad was adopted. Oh. I want to do it because my last name is like full-blooded German, but I'm not.
See, I'm German.
My
German,
last name's Heetland, but it's actually Heitland. When you move over here, you tell them your name and they spell it how they want to spell it, and they say this is your new last name.
Yeah.
But my grandma and grandpa that I'm actually blood to are Dutch and Irish. I'm Black, Dutch, and Irish as far as I've been told, but I kind of want to know where my other half comes from.
I'd do it. 23andMe's
I can do it.
I don't think shit.
$100, a couple $100. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for myself for Christmas, just to see.
Yeah. My parents did it, but
people used to joke me like, "What are you?" I'm like, "I'm Black, Dutch, and Irish." They're like, "Oh, Black, Dutch." I'm like, "No, it's seriously a thing. I promise."
Yeah, we're all. If you want to say, we're all from Africa. Human race, species.
I mean, it doesn't. Honestly, obviously, not everybody, but I feel like
Shauna has testosterone. Matt Ward says Shauna has testosterone. Actually,
what is
Matt Ward says Shauna has testosterone.
Hey, Matt Ward, shout out.
Well, I hate to bust your bubbles, guys, but beer is fucking packed full of estrogen. Packed full.
No wonder my tits are so big.
I'm just saying, it's just packed full of estrogen.
Well, I mean, if anyone wants an example, Matt Warden can take right now. I think Matt Warden's an undercover testosterone taker. Either that or he's just a fucking Sasquatch.
Yeah.
That dude is just like an animal.
Dudes, man. If Matt Ward, they won't give
you know what's sad is
you get his testosterone checked and they're like
too much. What's my testosterone level? They're like too damn much.
So how much testosterone do you take every week? And he's like nothing. I drink carrot juice.
He's like, I have a Shiner and 7 deer sausages for breakfast.
Yeah, I drink carrot juice and punch fucking bears in the face.
What do you do when you wake up in the morning? Punch country in the nuts when I'm out of town and we're working.
He said, except for the Shiner, there's no estrogen in the Shiner. Obviously, Matt, whatever you're doing, fucking keep doing it. You'll outlive everybody.
So Kyle's going to be the team strength and conditioning coach. Matt's going to be the genetic coach. He's just going to be like, have my genes, bitches.
Yeah, he's just going to spit in everybody's face and hope it works out for the best.
Probably would work out for some of them little bitches.
Dude, I'm telling you, go back to what we were saying about being soft. We're all getting too soft. I think we need to get a little bit tougher.
I'm just telling you, Kyle, we still have a bus. I think we need to do like a come to Jesus bus trip this summer or something. Like as long as there's no rock climbing, I'm down.
Well, just delay me.
I'll video while y'all rock climbing. we can all do our own things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be a trip for everybody. I think everyone should fill out a sheet and be like, "What are your 5 favorite things?" And we'll make it happen on the trip.
Yeah, because
it's called the Dude Trip.
All the things I've been to, I can do it usually in the same town. If I want to bring my bike and rock climb, I can do it in most places.
You're losing me. He said bike riding and I rode so many bikes. I think I got my bike riding days behind me. Maybe not.
I was thinking about all the friends I have and for the kind of person I am. I literally don't have any friends or like active people.
Not all the time active.
Yeah,
they're active like one thing or something.
My BMX friends, they'll go ride BMX.
They're BMX guys.
But that's it. But
your football guys are football guys.
I don't have any friends that's like, let's go do this, let's go camping, let's go do this. And
it sucks. It sucks because that's what you were when you were younger. Mm-hmm. I was talking about that with my buddy today, like, and my wife, like, when we first started dating, obviously she don't want to be like Debbie Downer, right? So she never told me she'd never ridden on a motorcycle in her life before, right? When I was living in Hobbs, I grew up on motorcycles. Yeah. So my buddy had a Yamaha R1, and it was all souped up, all this. Well, his brother-in-law raced them and shit. So I was like, hey man, let's go ride. So he went and borrowed his brother-in-law because he didn't want me to ride his brother-in-law. So I rode my buddy. He's actually my boss now. So we go riding, and I'm like, oh my God, Adrian, we just been talking for like a month. I'm like, oh my God, Adrian, she wants to go ride. So I text her, she's like, yeah, come get me. I'm like, oh, sweet, she's down there. So I go pick her up, and she don't say anything. We go right around Hobbs, like, we ride all around Hobbs, which is not big. Yeah. But, I mean, we ride around, we go on a truck bypass, we're doing this, we're going like 100 down the truck bypass, doing all this. So we're in town, and we take off on this red light, and I gun it, and this thing's souped up, dude. We ride a wheelie for like a block, and I go drop her off at home after like an hour riding around, and I look back, after she goes in the house, I look back. My buddy, who's my boss now, he's laughing. I'm like, what? He goes, dude, I can see her thong the whole time, like this much of it. Like, and I was like, really? He's like, yeah, like a lot. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. I figured she would have, adjusted it. Dude, she had me locked in like the whole time. Scared. And the next day she told me, she's like, you've never been on a motorcycle before in my life. Like, I was riding wheelies. I mean, I wasn't like literally putting us in danger, but I mean, I was probably too much. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, well, you didn't say anything, so I was kind of assumed you grew up in Hobbs. I figured you were just ghetto like that, like you were down for whatever. That's how I was thinking. And then, so the first time we ever went and floated the river, we slept in a tent. Same shit. She's like, I never slept in a tent before. But she's also like, I'll never do that shit again. Right. Well, I appreciate your honesty.
The river in the summertime is not the time you camp.
No, and that was my first time to float the river because I grew up way up north. There's not rivers up there.
There's no relief.
No, I got so sunburned because I floated on the tube with my back. We did the 7-hour float. I got so sunburned and I'm pretty dark. I was sleeping on the tent like this, holding the sheet off of me, and she slept next to me and claimed that's what hurt her back and all that. Yeah. But hey, the houses are way better, especially down there because you can get a house for like 20 people. For the weekend. I want to do
it this summer. I'm lucky my wife actually, like, she gets nervous, but then she's pretty ballsy. She'll just.
But you know what? If Matt could just get like a decent AC on the bus, I'm cool with riding the bus. I like it because everybody can interact. You know what? Like driving, I love driving. Driving doesn't bother me, but you can only interact with who's sitting with you. Like if we were on the bus and we made some tables, we could be playing cards. We could be doing whatever.
We get an RV. We'd love to do a trip like that. We get a house, drive an RV down there for everybody in it. Love it. It's too much fun.
I'm an outdoorsy type person, but it's always nice to have some indoors for the indoorsy type people.
Right. Well, just a shower. Just a shower.
Sometimes outdoors you got. I don't necessarily need a shower, but maybe I need the people around me to shower.
I don't have any outdoorsy friends. I tell my friends, hey, let's go rock climbing. They're like, fuck you. That sounds like
I will totally go the small slope of the backside, and I will videotape you climbing up the rock column. Right. I'm all about it, and I will have a beer for you when you get up there. Right, but that's me.
There's not many friends. And I think about Midland. There's not many people in Midland like that. It's just not that town.
It's different. It's a transit town.
It's a working, make money, not have like. It's not that town. Like I walk around.
You can't even go out anymore. Like we don't go out at all, but I'm just saying, like, I don't even feel like one day I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna go out and see who's at the bar. I wouldn't know anybody.
I walk around and smile at people and stuff, and like I've like literally walked by people as close to me in New York. I go, hey man, or hey, how you doing? They just look down. I'm like, yeah, you didn't even think I was there.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of big-headed people, shout out D-Zach. Oh. Happy 29th birthday, D-Zach.
29?
29. I'm like, you've been 29 for 20 years.
That's what I was thinking.
But I will say, he's the only person that can rock a big, mean mug like me.
Shout out D-Zach for slowly becoming a fat boy and not letting nobody know about it.
Cheers. It's just his girl's fault because she can throw down on the grill.
Oh. It's D-Zach's fault for going home, sitting on the couch and drinking.
I know, but I'll be seeing the pictures he's posting of our food. It's her fault. It's y'all's fault.
Posting dumbass shit on Instagram about how...
Love you, D-Zach. Yeah, he's good dude. You're my boy, Blue.
He's a good dude. We've been doing this 2 hours already.
So, hey, we took, Jerry Don went to that game, And Coach Espy saw Jerry Donnie, thought he was D-Zach. We were like, no, you should see D-Zach.
Yeah, D-Zach don't play football no more.
His head is like this big. That's good. Love you, D-Zach.
Well, D-Zach was already like a bigger dude, not big as in fat,
big head.
A big guy. His head said, I could be a big person.
His head's, it's kind of like a puppy with paws. Like, yeah, he's going to grow into that
He need to get a little bigger. But
he's going to grow into that head.
Like, just, was he a lot of Mexican food?
Whatever they put in front of him is what I heard. No, I'm just kidding.
And beer.
Yeah, it's Mexican food. Dude loves Mexican food, beer, and his girl is like, his girl's Sancha is Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like their thing.
Like, I noticed the older we get, I see pictures of people and like, it's like it slowly happens to people, but they don't know. Like,
that's exactly
it slowly happens to you, but then by the time you realize, you feel like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, I see.
Who snuck up and stuck those 12 cheeseburgers on my ass?
I see pictures of people. I'm like, damn. You know
what it's sad.
I'm like you're midway there to being a fat person.
Yeah.
If you get a hold of it now, it's gonna be a lot easier than another year.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna wait till I'm a miserable fat person and then try to change my life. I mean, I've seen it from every angle. Believe me.
I just like to feel good, man. That's just the biggest part to me. To feel good, to feel energy in my body, and not feel like I'm worn out. And I don't feel like I can't handle something that comes my way. And I see a lot of guys, like, some of my best friends, I'm like, dude.
Talking about Kyle and Ryan.
Well, people start accepting the older you get. Like, I need to be in the couch, I need to be playing golf, shooting ski, things like that. No, you should. The older you get, the more you should move. The more you should be doing things.
That's true, because I'm a competitor, man. I hate, like I'm not even good. Like, if there was 200 people that showed up for something and I got third place, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
Like, whether I knew I didn't put the effort in to get it or whatever, I'd still be mad. Like,
it's hitting me on the bricks. Jesus Christ.
See?
So it's whoever's in.
Young folks.
It's the whiskey.
Hold their liquor.
It's the whiskey. I don't know how you used to drink it as much as I used to.
Whatever, Kyle.
Jesus.
Anyway, D-Zach, my brother. Happy birthday. And we're still waiting for both of our teams to quit playing like shit so we can actually enjoy a Sunday together, cook out. Maybe getting too cold for that, but unfortunately we both like Pennsylvania teams and they're so inconsistent, like the weather. Steelers are still better. 6 better. I just want y'all to know, y'all heard me give some credit to the Cowboys earlier. I'd like that to be noted. So when I do talk crap, I don't have to hear everybody say, oh, he's a hater. He's a Cowboys hater. You heard me giving credit to the Cowboys earlier. That's what I was going to say earlier, Kyle, is right now, I agree with James Jones, who usually gets on my nerves, is that the Cowboys are the hardest playing team right now. Like, their defense, like, I watch them, like, these dudes are playing defense. Like, that's the kind of defense I like watching.
Right.
They're balling. And Van Der Esch has a lot to do with it. He's leading the way as a rookie, which sounds crazy, but he really is, because think of who else is there. The guys in front of him don't see him playing. Obviously, they do when they watch the film, but those guys are just getting after the pass rusher.
Right.
But when these DBs see this 6'4", 200 and some change, whatever he weighs, dude, he's sideline to sideline. I'm telling you, he's Urlacher reincarnated. He's a beast.
Just hustle, man.
And I'm kind of sad because a lot of people, when Shazier got hurt, which is super unfortunate, like, I was sickened when I saw it. But when that happened, a lot of people switched. They thought Stitch were going to take a safety. They switched and put Van Der Esch. They're going to take this dude because Shazier got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Shazier, but just bigger. And they still took a safety who he was really good. But I'm saying, like, I thought we were going to get the dude because we were a couple picks off from Dallas.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was last year's draft. They thought, a lot of people said Van Der Esch was going to go to Pittsburgh. All that's hard to predict, which I got to go to the draft that year, second round, third round. Chuck Moses had tickets. It was badass. It was like so badass.
That's crazy.
It was at Cowboy Stadium.
You're the most football guy I know.
I'm so football, dude. You don't even know.
You know, when I was peeing, I was thinking about this. Because we're on the subject, off of the Cowboy subject, is I feel like the older people get, especially nowadays, because there's so many comforts that are available for everybody, and we get tied up in, like, all the cool shit we can buy, that we've gotten so far away from nature, and we've gotten so far away from struggling, we've gotten so far away from being uncomfortable that the human brain is built to, like, find the easiest route out of something. And then it takes it takes an inner force or like a will that you create with your own, I guess, willpower, your thought, your mind to say, hey, I need to put myself in uncomfortable positions, as in working out, as in eating the right foods, as in doing this. That instead of doing that, I see, like I was saying earlier, and I'm not, like, a lot of guys my age, we're young, dude. Yeah. We're young. 40's young. We're still young. Nah, it's young, man. Like you said, your grandma said 60 was rough. Like 60, 70.
No, that's my mom.
Your mom.
No, my mom said 60 wasn't. Here's what my mom said. She goes, you know what? I knew it was about to be 60. My mom said, what do you want? Everything?
Just a little whiskey. I had the sort right.
My mom said, hold on. I want to get this right. Hold on.
But, like, hold on.
No, my mom said, you know what? No one up. Like when I turned 40 and when I turned 50, I didn't feel old. But she goes, like, even knowing it was coming, she goes, I never felt old until my baby, which is me, because my mom had 2 kids. My brother's 18 months older than me. And she goes, when you turn 40, that's the first time I felt old. I was but I get it, because I remember when I thought 30 was old, and I'm 40 now, and I still don't feel old, man. I really don't. It's a different generation. I feel like 40, 20 years ago, it's older than 40 is now.
We're not going to look the same as old people did when we were old. Like, when we're 50, we're like 60, 70, we're going to look different than old.
Is that right, or are we just dumb?
No, it's evolution. It's evolution of man. Well, the thing is,
I'll believe it, because I remember seeing 40-year-olds when I was 20, and I was like, damn, that dude's old.
Actually, life expectancy is going down now because of the way it's lived. But what's sad to me,
I'm definitely on the down slope.
What I feel like is that people go, we have technology, so it makes things super easy. But if we would appreciate the struggle and put ourselves in uncomfortable situations with the technology we have, we can live a healthy, good life in our 90s or our 100s maybe.
Yeah.
But instead, we're going to go ahead and take technology and let's be even lazier, and life expectancy is going down.
Yeah.
It's because we're losing the drive. It's
well, actually, get to a point where like I totally, and you did too, whether healthy or not, you mistreated your body.
Fuck yeah. No,
I'm saying, like, I don't know if I want to see a 90-year-old me. You know what I mean? Like, my back, I don't want to be just decrepit.
But what I want to do is, like my doctor says, that I'm at testosterone. I want to go like this. You can stay active, stay healthy, and live.
You go like this?
Like this? Yeah. This, or just, and then.
No, I don't want to do that.
I just want to go.
Because that's what I felt like before I stood. Yeah, that's what I was feeling like.
And, well, it's lack of food, the right food, and I tell people, like, oh shit, you want to be a good businessman and things, like,
no, yeah.
But, like, all that stuff comes back to your body. Your body is your vessel. And it's what gets you through this shit. And no one takes care of that. We just don't. And like, we're getting weaker because we just choose the easy route. Oh, I'm going to go home and just relax.
That's what I was going to say. As soon as they find something that makes it easier, right? So, okay, so all of a sudden I don't have to be the 50-year-old. I can be the 50-year-old, but that's by I'm just going to take these drugs. I'm not going to work out and do this and do this and do this.
You can take testosterone and not work out, and it's going to help you a little bit, but you're still going to turn into a pile of shit if you're just sitting around. The older you get, the more active and stuff.
No, I can tell you right now, like if you just take testosterone and you don't do anything, you're gonna have a little more energy. You're gonna feel a little more.
Less belly fat.
You're gonna feel a little younger, but you're still gonna put weight on because testosterone. When your testosterone level is where it's at if you're an older adult taking testosterone, it's obviously putting it where it is when you're supposed to be in your 20s or whatever. You're so much more active.
Yes.
Testosterone you still got to burn a lot of energy,
and you're creating a lot of HGH.
You're just getting fatter, but you're feeling better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and a lot of things, a lot of the fat burning and the storing of fat is because back when we were kids, you were making a ton of HGH.
Yeah.
And that's one thing they won't give you.
Yeah.
You know, and I wouldn't want to take HGH until I'm well in my 70s or something. You know.
Yeah. That's what your forehead looks like clay.
Right. But
that was a joke. Promise.
He like that in college. He was kind of a weird looking guy, caveman dude.
This is a caveman. He's a Viking dude.
I just feel like it's like the old saying, like a poor man works hard to become a little richer. The next generation becomes richer. The next generation becomes rich man, and then from then on out, it's a downgrade because the poor man started to work hard. He gained a little bit. His son saw that. okay, if I work hard, I can gain. He saw the work ethic, and then once the money was accrued, the family, the generation,
they turned into a rich man.
Then they're rich. Then like it's already there, already have it.
Now they're going back towards the poor.
And then they go back to poor.
It's a vicious cycle. It
seriously
is.
And life's the same. Like even I stay in shape, try to stay in shape year round.
But you don't have to.
No, I don't have to, but there's times where I'll be on my shit like a motherfucker for a long time, but then there might be 2 months where I'm like, you know, I'm gonna eat cake and bullshit.
Yeah, because here's what you look at. You're like, I still look better than all these motherfuckers.
Right, but then I gotta catch myself. Like, hey, man, like, I'm like, yeah, you might be in pretty good shape for whatever, but that's not where you want to be. That's not who you are.
It's crazy that the contrast is always there because no matter what, like even like the shape I'm in right now, I haven't worked out in 4 years. Shape I'm in right now, I can go anywhere and say, okay, I still look better than that dude that's 40. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's a cop out. That's a cop out.
Yeah, you found.
Yeah, I'm talking myself into my laziness.
It's
like I'm like, that's a cop out. I still look better than that dude, but I just showed up to do it.
Well, the human brain finds the easiest way out.
Yeah.
And one of the easy way out is to go, well, is to find a reason. Well, the reason I can't do this is because I'm getting older.
Yeah. I just work so much. I'm so busy.
I look better than this guy. Yeah. And I'm telling you, I got that little shop across the way where I have my little gym.
Yeah.
The timer's on 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For the lights.
That's a lot.
So I go there, I'll turn the timer on, boom, and I'll get a workout in, lights go out. And I'm like 3/4 through my workout. I'm like, okay, about 45 minutes, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
And I can get a lot of work in 45 minutes.
That's a lot. I get a lot.
And there's no reason not. Like,
if anybody should be able to work out for 45 minutes a day. The day is long. The day is so long.
I don't know any. My wife works more than anybody I know.
Yeah.
And she still hasn't worked 45 minutes.
And I don't. I mean, I still talk myself out of it. I don't know what it is about it. Like,
it's your brain.
No, but like, once my wife, like, I've worked out way more than my wife ever in my life. Like, way more than her. And I'm not bashing her at all because it's strange to me because, like, the last 4 or 5 months, like, you know, her friend was getting married. She had some stuff coming up. Her friends get married, cousins get married. Like, she's kind of like, okay, like, I'm ready to tone it up a little bit, do this and do that. So she started doing that, and it was kind of like I just sat back and watched. And then it was like, oh shit, she's doing really good. I don't know if I want to jump in the middle of that because I don't want to lose. You know what I mean? Not that in my mind, but I'm just saying, like, I'm competitive. Like, I also don't want to start doing it and then, you know, I start losing more weight than her and then make her feel bad. I mean, you can find any way to talk yourself out of it. You just got to be a team and say, look, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to start doing.
This book, it's called, it's David Goggins. Only people have heard that guy.
No, I know you.
But he has a new book out, You Can't Hurt Me. I've been listening to it. I listened all day today, so I listened to. And he was like he was saying that we give ourselves the outs every chance we can.
Like, we line them up.
Right.
Like, this one kind of sounds okay, but that's not it, so we'll go to the next one.
Yeah, we'll find a reason.
Yeah, we're going to find one. We're going to find one. Like, oh, yeah, I work 60 hours a week. And there's dudes that work 80 hours a week and work out 20.
He says that, like, I believe we give up 40% of what, right? That's tough amount.
It sounds bad, but that's right. That is right.
Well, dude, drive around town every time you go somewhere in public and just look around and tell me how many fit people you see and how many fat people you see. And like the way
because you know what, when you see fit people you notice, and when you see fat people you don't.
And like he was saying, people are scared to call themselves fat. Like, oh, I'm a little overweight. No, you're a fucking fat ass. That's what he says. He's like, no, call yourself a fat ass.
They're scared to say that to him, and so is everybody else.
Right.
But back in the day, like my grandpa's there, they would just say, like, wow, you're fat. I remember everyone thought, not everyone, but like my cousins thought my grandpa was so rude, but that's how he grew up. He was like,
fat.
Yeah, he would be like, he'd call you heifer. Hey, heifer. Hey, heifer. My grandpa would call you heifer. If you're fat, my grandpa would say, what's up, heifer? Not like that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my cousins, my older cousins would get their feelings hurt.
It's a little poke, like,
yeah, like, oh, he's being mean to me.
Tighten up.
No, I think it's calling you out.
Tighten up.
You need to get shit in shape because you got my last name.
I said this.
You got the same last name as me. You need to tighten that shit up.
I said this for years. If the truth hurts someone's feelings, it's because it's
the truth.
That's it, man.
It is the truth.
And like,
but it also matters who the truth comes from. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a stranger, it's one thing, but if it's your friend, you're like, okay.
Right.
Like, you can take it. You can take it from the right source. Obviously, you don't be walking through Target and some dude tell your wife, "Hey, you're a fat ass." You know what I mean? That's probably
the David Goggins thing. Here he's saying there's a difference in being motivated and driven. Motivation fades away within a day or two. Being driven is something you do, even though you know you don't want to do it. You're like, no, you're not getting out today, Kyle. You tell yourself like, today we're gonna. I don't give a fuck. And then if you skip out on something, you punish yourself for skipping out. We don't do that anymore. We're like, no, you know what? I'm busy.
Talk yourself out of it. Yeah, but you know what? I worked so hard yesterday. I don't need to get up at 5 this morning.
Yeah, or just I'm busy from work. I want to see the kids and this and this. There's time. Like after this, I wouldn't even hang with this long, but man, I'm gonna go to the gym after this. Get serious. And it's not gonna be long. It's gonna be 45 minutes. It's not gonna be my shop. I'm going to Heroes. I'm gonna do my little bodybuilding chest and shoulders workout.
He's gonna podcast it.
I'm gonna tan because I got tan.
You got a tan? Dude, I don't even tan. I'm way darker than you. Look at me. And I'm so.
I haven't tanned yet. I'm gonna start tanning.
No, but I'm saying I'm still darker than you.
Yeah, well, I think I'm probably Italian or something.
Well, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do the 23andMe, dude, because I really feel like, I think I'm Black, Dutch, and Irish. That's as far as everything I know.
I'm gonna say you're Indian.
But my dad was adopted, so I'm African for sure.
We're all East African. We're all East African.
No, African. Have you ever seen me dance, bro? I'm African as shit.
Yeah, I've never seen you dance. Ever.
Do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg. Maybe you seen that. You just don't remember. I
always tell people that. I like to say that because we're all from East Africa.
I want to do it. I seriously want to do it. I think we should all do it. Maybe if we do a package deal and give it to us cheaper.
Going back to the football deal, I was saying when you were in the bathroom earlier, like I don't like football anymore. I don't watch football because it's more of a drama show than football. Like Skip Bayless, right? Is that him skipping the channel? I can't watch that show.
So you have like Skip is the most laid back commentator or whatever analyst you want to call him. And you got Shannon Sharp. I love Shannon Sharp. Dude, chill out, bro.
Well, what I don't like is all of a sudden when they're talking about fighting and stuff, it's like they're experts on fighting. Like you should act like
we talk about what you know. Y'all talk about football.
You know football, but you don't know anything about fighting. And then like what's like the kneeling thing's still a deal. Like I saw Dizak.
Stop the kneeling.
I'm like, dude. First of all, I understand if a Green Beret told him that's one thing, but the thing is it's just a bad timing. Look,
you know what's crazy, Kyle? Like the way Facebook is set up, which I love Facebook. You love Facebook. Everybody loves Facebook. We're on Facebook right now. But I'm just saying, it's so set up for people to plug it. You know what I mean? Hey, you push this, you push this, you push this. Hey, I'm going to give you your thoughts. I want you to think this. You push this. You know what I mean? Like, I know how Dizak thinks. Dizak was going to be a Marine. He couldn't do it because his back was messed up.
He wouldn't fit the helmet.
They said, no, your head's too big. But you know what I mean? Like, I know where his mind's at. But I also know that I also know that he's half African American. I mean, I get it. I would never bet like Dizak's my boy. I'm not bashing anybody.
No.
People want to kneel, let them kneel. I don't give a shit anymore. I honestly don't. I know why they're doing it. I don't agree with it. But as a whole, I mean, I know what they're doing, but I'm saying like Facebook uses people to plug their propaganda.
Oh yeah,
and it's just a big pot stirring divisive
machine.
It's a divisive hype machine. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a divisive hype machine.
The kneeling thing to me did this. I understand where Colin Kaepernick came from. It makes sense to me. He thought he was going to do something great. All he did was stir the pot and make two sides divide even farther. Because no one's ever going to see, if they don't want to see the side that he's coming from, which I get, it's not military based, it's not against the president, it's against African Americans getting treated wrongly through the cops. No, everybody knew that.
I get it.
Everybody knew that. But
what they did was it drew this line where it's like, here's and I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Here's the way I see it. When I watch people post certain things, and then people reply this way, people reply this way. I have so many people on both sides in my life, just because of football. I mean, I went to a high school that was 99.9% white.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like 8 black people in high school, and they were all related. You know what I mean? It was like Greenwood is now. You know, I mean, I went to Canyon Randall, and that's just how it was. I didn't know until I went to college. I've never been around so many black people until I went to college. I wasn't racist. I wasn't raised racist. I just wasn't around anything like that. But I just feel like it's made to where it's like you have to make a decision. Like you're either this or you're that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, you can't support Trump without being racist, or you can't support kneeling without being this or that. It has to be one or the other. There's so many hard lines. You know what I mean? Like I support what Kaepernick was trying to do, but I'm not. I don't think I support the whole thing. You know what I mean?
No, I can't support it. Like, a lot of people that I know that are hard gunning, like you see them post every day about this and that. I'm like, okay, I understand how you feel.
Yeah.
But why were you doing this 5 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm not. It's gotten to where you have to be dependent on the makeup of your Facebook community, your personal Facebook community. You have to be like protective of this and that and the other. Like I'm scared to say, like, look, I was raised this way. I'm a conservative Republican. That's how I was raised. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not racist. I swear to God, I'm not. You know me. You've been around me long enough. I'm not racist. I'm not racist, but by me saying I'm conservative Republican, I'm labeled racist. I'm racist right now by saying I'm a conservative Republican.
The fact that we have to categorize
it's crazy.
Like if I had to categorize myself in like political terms, I'd be a libertarian.
Yeah.
Because I see sides on the right, and I'm like, that makes sense. And I see sides on the left, I'm like, well, that makes sense too.
I agree with both, and I don't feel like when Dizak posts that, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm not mad. Like I can't say I know where he's coming from because I don't.
And to clarify what Dizak posted, he said there was a post about somebody kneeling and getting upset that it's disrespectful to the soldiers, and he's reinstating that no, it's for
it was something about the president's funeral.
That's what it was. Yeah. Bob Dole saluting and said, "This is why we stand."
Somebody had to take that and turn it into something else. That was the problem with me. And it wasn't Dizak. It was actually
here's what
who turned the thing into the bad thing was the conservatives.
You know what though? Dizak should. Here's what I told you guys that Dizak and everybody started doing.
Yeah.
Sticks and stones, man. Like
it's tough. It's hard though, Kyle. It is hard. It is hard for some people because I was that kid that grew up right. Let me just give you a little quick example. My brother's 18 months older than me, and my two cousins that grew up. I have one cousin that's between me and my brother, and one that's barely older than my brother. So you got 4 boys that grew up together within 20 months, and we were the shits to each other. We beat the shit out of each other.
Right.
We tag team beat the shit out of each other. We did everything, but out of all that, I was the baby.
Right.
I ended up being the biggest one out of everybody, but I was the baby, and they used to like poke and prod and like sticks and stones broke my bones when I was little until I was like chasing them all with a broom, losing my shit. You know what I mean? And it did. Like it took me a while to get over that. Like I'm not saying I was damaged, but I'm just saying like what they said hurt me. Like I was mad.
But at 40, sticks and stones don't.
No, they don't now. But I'm just saying like some people keep that mentality for a long time.
What I'm saying is don't. How many times you go to Facebook and see
people don't know how to approach. Sometimes people don't know how to approach their own position. It's automatic defense. Yeah,
I'll see friends post something, and then I've literally got on a comment and go, Kyle, what
you're about to say something.
And I'm like, Kyle, what are you doing? Like this is stupid. Like this ain't gonna do nothing. So I don't. All the time.
You're just trying to talk to that one person, but you know 90 other people are gonna come.
And it's also the thing is like. That's not affecting me.
Yeah.
It's just words. So like I back off of it. But
it's hard because you have an opinion on it because you've already read it.
Yeah, but
you read it, so you have as soon as you read it, you have an opinion on it. Before I make my opinion, and you want to type.
Before I make my opinion, I think where they're coming from. You know what? I see where they're coming from, and me posting what I think isn't going to change what they think. Yeah. Here's the thing: is if all the complaining that anybody has to do with any subject, not just the kneeling and everything.
Yeah.
What I haven't heard is a solution. So. Before you complain so much.
It's the same thing at work, where you work every day, right? Like, don't come to me with a complaint about how this gets done until you have a solution.
Right. See, this is what we probably should do. So, either side, the ones that are mad that he's kneeling and the ones that are mad that people are mad that he's kneeling, if you don't have a solution to the problem, you're just bitching and you're creating more drama. That's negative, and it's not going to build anything good. Like, as human beings, as adults that have the opportunity to get on the internet and post their thoughts, we should treat them as adults. We should be like, do I really want to put that out there? Is it really worth spreading anguish throughout the world to post?
Do I really want to piss these 20 people off and to make these 10 people happy? You know what I mean? I really think that it comes down to that for certain people. Like, what am I doing with this post?
This is
dumb.
In a world that grew up in hearing you hear memes like, I'm solo, no new friends, blah 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 blah. Stay in your lane, and the generation talks all that shit. Nobody's staying in their lane.
Hey, if they see something, they're piggybacking mother effers. Like, I'm gonna piggyback.
Stay in your lane. Like, I like rock climbing, I like cars.
No offense to the Mexicans. Seriously, these like my Mexican friends on Facebook, I would just watch the comments. Like, some of them, like, they hijack the post either way, you know what I mean? Obviously, like
in the racial department.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's crazy.
Well, yeah. Well, what's funny?
I just wish it would quit being like that. I really do.
It's a white predator.
It's just like and it's just crazy to me. Like someone can post a deal like, oh, crackers at Christmas, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And it's funny, and nobody can get offended.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, and then this and that. It's like so everyone is just poking and prodded. Let me get a reaction. I need a reaction, and so everybody can piggyback it and jump in.
Yeah. So
it's so bullshit. It's so bullshit because I have like black people that I love. I would do anything for. I have white people that I love. I do anything for. I have Mexicans that I love and do anything for. And like everything else, it doesn't matter what color you are. Right. I just like, I don't know. But like these are my people. Well, these are not.
Humans are tribal, man. I mean, we're all. If you look at this, dude, like, take it back genetically. Let's go scientific. We're all monkeys that came out of the trees and had to hit the grasslands. We all
evolution right now.
We all were. I mean, it's proven, and I believe in God.
Hold on a second. Well, evolution right there. My doctor says I have super muscles.
First of all, if you flex a long sleeve shirt, it better show.
Oh shit! I better take my shirt off.
It better show.
Hey, my daughter says I have super muscles, so I don't care. So she also says she has super muscles.
Right. And she standing drill. So.
I don't know. Hey,
she's pretty smart.
Let's move on. She's probably more clever than I was at
y'all don't press the Sanders.
No, we give her a present from Santa, but once she figures it out, we're not going to argue it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're right. We lie.
But getting back to genetically, humans. I mean, I'm kind of off track of what I'm saying.
I don't know what we're saying. Sorry, that's my fault. My fault.
It's super muscles.
Super muscles. Just taking over the show. I haven't worked out in 4 years, but all of a sudden I have super muscles.
You know the reason
I got super muscles.
The reason I don't work out is because I got this daughter, right?
Super muscles.
And she's going, Dad, guess what, dude? You got super muscles. You ain't got to work out. They're already
you don't have to work out anymore, Dad. You have super muscles.
Super muscles. Let me do
if I'm lying, I'm dying.
Man, let's get up out of here. Which will end up being me and him sitting here drinking 2 more whiskey drinks and talking bullshit. We should have podcasted it.
Y'all know y'all want to hear it.
It's 2 hours, and it's so late too.
Oh, it's 9:31. We got people past their bedtime.
But I'm gonna try to do a podcast. I'm gonna hit Zach Brown. I think I'd like to do it with him. He'd be good.
Hey, don't call me for that one.
Just watch it.
I will watch it.
We're not gonna talk about
Zach Brown's cool. He's just like me and him on here is two opinionated dudes on one show.
I just can't.
He's way too Cowboys for me.
That's the thing is I just don't care that much about.
I know. No. I mean, it ain't about football. No, it ain't about football.
I love football, but I want him on here because.
So, let me bring something up to you real quick, Kyle, before we sign out. So, Tipton, which we're all cool. Everybody, I'm like the open book guy. Sorry if it bugs people. I'm the open book guy. I'm like this is what you get what you see.
Right.
So Tipton, they have he had his little Horned Frogs team with his son playing on. Chad, Brad.
Were they Horned Frogs or were they like
They're the Horned Frogs.
Okay.
Anyway, but like Chad Thompson, Brad Richard.
I saw the videos.
Zach Brown. Like there's like 8 of them. Sean Parker, all their kids are the same age, right? So this Taifa League that goes all through Texas Youth Football League or what Texas Youth Football Association or whatever, it's huge. And I kind of know about it, but not really because Clayton played YMCA, or not YMCA, it was it's called something else in Amarillo. I can't remember off the top of my head. Kids Inc. in Amarillo is different. They don't
tackle them?
It's too far. Yeah, it's just too far north. They don't fall into that because they go to Houston, San Antonio, all this stuff. Anyway, they're talking about it's like they build teams up to where they have like a every grade team.
Right.
All the way up till they start junior high. And Tipton called and was like, "Hey man, Roy Williams wants me to coach their team, the little Longhorns, blah blah blah. This guy wants me to touch you." I want to do little drillers every class. I'm like, I'm cool with that. He goes, there's all these guys that used to play for the drillers that kids play, they want to coach. I'm like, that's fine. And he's like, I want to do teams. I'm cool with it, but you got to talk to Matt. But that would be cool if you had like teams from 3rd grade all the way up to.
Well, I watched it. I think Zach actually reached out to me a little bit, and I probably waited around too long to hit him back about being like their strength and conditioning coach for the kids, which would be a fucking blast.
That'd have been the same as doing it for adults.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, their kids
are 50-50.
You know, just practice.
Kids would definitely listen more.
Practice enough is probably a lot for them, and they play a lot. But I watch them, man. I just don't know. I'm not. And let me put this out there. I'm not dogging.
This right.
Yeah, I'm not dogging out nobody that takes that shit just fucking hardcore as fuck. That's cool, man. I'm with that, but I don't see me getting. Like sometimes I wonder if the adults are more into it than the kids are. And I don't think I could take it. I want it to be fun for everybody. Like,
it is hard.
I coach for flag. I've coached every year for flag with my sons. And guess what? When you played flag football for me, everybody ran the ball. Everybody got a shot.
At least once.
Yeah. And I didn't care.
But it's different, and the expectation is different.
Well, my job is, I feel like my job is to teach them the basics and fundamentals of football. And so they need to know every position. So
I think if a guy was smart enough to pick and choose who the coaches were and know how their mind works and say, okay, these are like, obviously if I'm a big, like say we still have the original drillers, I'm a big Ben Jansen, I'm going to put him with the lower level kids because that's how he learned.
Yeah, he can tell you.
Yeah, he's like, I want you to be excited to get on the field, you know what I mean? And I'm going to teach you how I learned.
The few
I'm going to teach you how to strap your shit on.
Yeah.
And then the guys that played at college should obviously be coaching the older kids that are about to go in more experience. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of ways around it and a lot of ways to do it and a lot of ways they should practice together.
But what I watched from those like Zach and then they took it real serious. It was just good because the kids played their asses off and the kids were
there's a high expectation.
Well, and those kids, dude, like I seen
Zach, if your running back's last name Thompson, there's some high expectations.
Well, I seen it, and guess what? He earned it, and he was.
I saw the videos. Chad was punching his kids, and I was like,
oh, that kid's serious. Dude.
I was like, holy shit, it's like the reincarnation.
He's serious. But he was crying because he got this award. So
Sean P's son, laying people out. It's like watching mini-me's. It's crazy. Yeah. But honestly, dude, it makes me sad because I was here and my son was in Amarillo when he's at that age and I want to coach him. And I went to all his games. But I had to go to my son's games and bite my tongue and just watch. See, I had to just go bite my tongue and watch.
I get worried for those kids because I remember how many kids I went to high school with that had done that their whole life.
Those expectations.
And they were good, dude. Yeah. Like better than everybody.
And they got to high school and some kids showed up from and they were so much better than them.
They played through high school and they got to where the college was like, where are you going to go? And they go, nowhere. I don't want to play.
Yeah. Or no, they got like that and they were the best player in Midland ever. And then some kid from Dallas moved to town. And he was better than everybody, and then he's just done.
He's used to being the best.
Yeah.
But like a lot of them are like, I'm worn out, Dad. I don't want to play any fucking more.
It's hard to, you don't want to shove it down the throat.
Man, I hope, the way my son looks like he's going is more nerd. He's like number 2.
Nerd.
Dude, he's number 2 in the school.
Are you serious?
From kindergarten to 6th grade?
Write it out. Oh. But hey, guess what? If he ends up starting to love football and he keeps those grades up, he can just pick of the litter.
He keeps on play tackle. He keeps on. I'm not allowed to play tackle.
But I'm just saying, if he keeps those grades up,
oh yeah,
and he plays football and does decent, just because you know he's going to be decent
great.
size. Hey, where you want to go? I'm serious. That's how big college. They'll be like SMU, TCU, everybody. Hey, you got good grades. You're 80% above football player. Hey, you want a scholarship? $50,000 a semester. Right. SMU. That's what it is. Right. Well, believe me, I didn't know that until I started looking again. It's doubled since Clayton's mom was in college.
I started telling him, I said, hey man, you know, there's if you're into the, because he likes music a lot too. My dad plays music. He likes to play drums.
No, you're not.
I'm like if you're into,
I'm still mad I've never met your mom and dad, dude. I've
really?
seen them, but I've never met them. I've seen them.
You go meet him, dude.
I feel like you don't like me that much.
No.
He hasn't even introduced me to his parents.
They're cool, man. They're way too cool.
Been here back in mom's 6-pack since 2012.
They're way too cool. I mean, they raise some wild ass kids, but they're way too cool.
Yeah. Y'all thought Kyle was a wild one. He's not even. Maybe. He's like 50-50.
I'm wild, but.
Yeah, brother and a sister?
Brother and sister. I'm wild.
I'm interested in your sister because I already know how crazy your brother is. I'm like, how's your sister normal with y'all?
She's not.
Oh, she's not normal?
No, she's 100%
She'll kick you in the face?
Oh, yeah. She's tough.
just next time she wants to kick you in the face, call me. I don't know why.
She's tough. I didn't see my sister in 5 or 6 years. I don't have my sister's phone number in my phone. That's on my phone.
I feel bad. My stepsister lives in Odessa, and I'll never see her. And she's from Amarillo. We're both from Amarillo. We end up down here. I move in, she does. I'll never see her. I feel bad.
That's how life is sometimes. Yeah, it's
life.
But it's a working part. Hey, we're getting up off here. Me and he are do some drinking without you guys.
Bye, Felicia's. We're about to finish off this bottle. Hey, thanks for coming. Sorry for the cussing.
Yeah.
Hey, Midland, Odessa people.
Clayton, if you're still watching, eat some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I'm gonna post the schedule for the Greenwood tournament so we can show out for Bushland.
Lift some heavy weights.
We're gonna down Greenwood for no allowing the cornrows. That's weak.
And
weak.
Men that are my age, if you're in the realm of 25 to 45, man, pick your shit up. Get your man card up. Lift up heavy shit. Get sweaty. Deal with the elements. Don't be a pussy. We need to step our shit up, dude, because our generations behind us are literally gonna. When the shit gets tough, they're not gonna know how to handle it because it's our fault. We haven't taught. We made it too easy for everybody. So we're out. We're gonna drink some whiskey and talk some more bullshit, and then I'm gonna do this probably in a few more days, a solo cast, and then see if Zach Brown's come on. If not, boy, Donna Roscoe will be on, and we'll see on the next one. We're out.
Who's a Don Roscoe? I know a Don Roscoe. Is he from Midland? From Hobbs?
That's